All right, good evening and welcome. Sorry for the slight delay. I'm trying my best. I am Prostitute. I am joined here by Funky Monk with this beautiful, beautiful Zen epitaph, I'm going to call it. And
Thank you very much.
we are here to cast the scrim tonight between Betas and Ethereal Abyss. Should be a good time. Apparently, Ethereal have been really, really keen to get on stream with us. So this should be a fun experience for both sides. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it. Have you seen much of either of these teams?
I casted betas just this Tuesday. Good experience, very interesting team. Played a lot of interesting stuff, very off-meta style things.
No, for sure.
Yeah, it's an interesting watch and a very interesting cast.
Yeah, it should be an interesting cast, and I mean you won't be able to see it just yet on the screen, but we've actually got Shingen playing for Ethereal Abyss. I know there's a lot of Shingen fans in Arena 51, so you know I'm sure hopefully they'll be out here, you know, supporting their good friend, and yeah, I'm very looking forward to this. A lot of really good names. I'm gonna tell them that you know we're ready. And we can get started with it. Yeah, this should be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, I don't really know what Ethereal Abyss are gonna bring to us, but we'll have to see.
Absolutely, yeah. I have not seen Ethereal Abyss pretty much ever, but so this will be interesting.
No, me neither. Okay, well, let's see here. Sorry, I'm a little slow here. We're starting off with what is this map? I can't even remember. It's help me here, please.
This is Oasis University.
That is the one, as you can see by this myriad of books that we have over here. Sorry, I'm doing my best. You know, I always do love the scenery in these games. You know, we've got this lovely ocean over here with a bullet train in the background. As a you know, everyone needs a bullet train.
It's very, very nice. Let's talk about the map itself. As you can see, it does favor the brawl compositions. Very interesting variations, though. Neither team going for a May or a Cassidy. Both teams opting for a Symmetra, presumably just to TP out, but we shall see. The Junkrat I'm very interested in, though. I want to see how that goes up against the Doomfist.
Yeah, I mean, I know Intetsu is a big fan of this Doomfist, so we'll see how Rowan is able to deal with them. And we'll see different rotations coming through here from both teams here. It should be a lot of things. We see 2 picks already on the side of Betas. Kev getting massive. I think that's a 4K for them. The only real death being Artie and yeah, and Tetsu cleaning up.
Absolutely. The early force of the lamp was very, very key. That got destroyed very quickly, and there was just nothing to save the Rhine from the fire strike, and they were able to just snowball off of that.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll see them coming in here. I mean, only Mega Chad's ult ready to speak of. We'll hopefully be able to get some quite good value out of that as we'll be able to charge it up quite quickly here, I'd imagine. Rowan not really getting the value I think they really wanted, but I mean, I think Betas are happy to keep them in this positioning here. We'll see a lovely walk straight through the backline. Big shadow from Mega Chad, really living up to their name, and that should be the fight there. I mean, once again, no real ults to speak of on the side of Ethereal. Beta's just really dominating this from so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Splitting up on that brawl composition did land them a pick, but it's a death sentence for the whole comp. Just because they can't get that AoE healing that the Lucio and the Bat provides really, really well. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see Frangipani coming in here with this wall that I think they'd like to open up with, but we've got Tetsu straight into the backline, and that should be the ball game for those two. Tetsu coming down, taking out 2. The tire attack from Rowan taking out 3 though, and that's a big turn of things. We'll see Weevil walking here, just trying to clean up Tetsu, and they should be able to do this quite quickly. Worry about their health bar there, as we'll see the Scimitar putting way too much pressure there. Isn't Tetsu still alive?
No.
Oh, he was.
Tetsu, no. Yeah, that tire absolutely key for swinging the fight there. A lot of ults did get used on the side of Ethereal Abyss, but it was enough to swing the fight, and that's all you can really ask for.
No, for sure. Artie taken up really early though, as we'll see Frangipani doing that's a beautiful bomb there straight into the backline, and yeah, Shingen managing to find only the immortality field, but it does push betas back to spawn, and we'll see Gold-Blooded doing the lovely wall riding against Jezreel testing the
Just Reddit things.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh no!
So they were so distracted by Goldblood that they just forgot to shield the shatter.
They did. Everyone was looking at the Lucio 1v1, and yeah, it really doesn't do so much to them. Weevil putting in a lovely shadow, but I think Beta is just really doing a lot of way too much damage there.
Yeah, they had the spawn advantage as well, and that's very key if the other side is investing ults into an ill-fated spawn hold.
I think all eyes here on Rowan to get some more value with this tire. He's taking quite an interesting angle. He's right behind them. Oh, is this going to get the same value? Yes. Oh, I think it will. I mean, that's nice. That's beautiful. You see that? Did he get taken out there? That was interesting. Weevil does get taken out there, and looks like Kevin and Tetsu's flank around to the bottom there. Didn't Tetsu mean to do that? I don't know if Tetsu meant to go after Rowan there, but that was clean if it was if it was intentional.
Who knows?
We'll see Artie coming back in here, looking to beam some damage onto Shingen. And look, in the backline there, we've got Frangipani there. Managing to find 2 picks with that Deadeye, which I wasn't quick enough to catch that. But that'll be the fight they turned around for Ethereal. And on the back of those,
very nice.
A great Deadeye there from Frangipani.
Absolutely, yeah, the Deadeye really sealed the deal. Ethereal Abyss did very well to keep themselves stabilized after such an overwhelming use of ults from betas. And, yeah. I don't have an end to my sentences.
That's all good. I think, yeah, and Tetsu was going for a nice flank there and gets picked off, and we'll see a lot of, oh wait, did Ethereal just win
they don't
that?
touch.
They weren't able to touch. It's great work there from Ethereal. Nice.
I think Intetsu wanted to touch, but he just got caught out by the flash fan. And, I mean, that's spells doom generally for a Doomfist.
I see what you did there.
Honestly, not even an intentional pun.
I mean, you know what? Just take it. Just take it.
I will take it.
Yes. That started off really good for betas. I must say, it was really fantastic work there. And Ethereal just came back, and I just don't think betas kind of stuck to their plan. Maybe that was the plan, you know, just do whatever they want. I mean, it is betas after all, right? We
absolutely, yeah.
we know them to be a bit trolly, and maybe it didn't work out in their favor this time. What do you think of these comps here?
I think it's a very interesting switch up for the comps. Of course, the flying heroes have a lot of free reign here, considering all of the spammable angles that there are. What I'm very interested in is the differences between the Tracer, the Sombra, the Echo, the Pharah. The Pharah tends to win at the Echo again. The Echo tends to win against the Pharahs in the 1v1 duel, but the Tracer's a lot better in the neutral than the Sombra, so we'll see how this goes.
Well, so I mean, I'm assuming, Intetsu is gonna just change off the Symmetra from the start and just getting their team a little bit of a boost, just to see what's happening there. And will they go back to the Echo? As you said, this should make the Pharah's life quite difficult, but who knows? We'll see who manages to get the initial damage in through there. I'm just gonna go over and check their Gold-Blooded. Helping to keep Rowan, and there you go. There's what you were talking about, right? It's just immediate value from that Echo. Just pumping in the damage there, and I think the Weevil's even in the spot of bother here. Oh, Frangipani! The sustained damage you were talking about is absolutely coming in so clutch there. We'll see a lot of neutral in this fight here. Lovely sleep there by Cider, but unable to capitalize on it. As we'll see, betas heading back to spawn, and it should be the cap here for the side of Ethereal.
I mean, yeah, like I said earlier, the Echo beats the Pharah, but the Tracer is just way, way better in the neutral. Able to get those 2 picks early, those were very, very crucial picks, allowing Ethereal to swing the fight in their favor.
Also, can we talk about Shingen's ult charge here? This man is almost at a bomb. He was for a time outpacing a Tracer in terms of ult charge there, but as I say, that the Weevil does go down, and that's really not a good look. We will see if Frangipani can even it out here. But I mean, the ball being still like a fast character, that's a good stick. And I think that'll be the end of the Kev there. Shingen getting the alley-oop with the bomb there. Really not lying into play. Rowan does come through with a kill there, but not before 3 members are taken out on the side of Ethereal. And we'll see Rowan without their mercy out, going to get chased down by Kev quite quickly there. Kind of the only real standpoint here for their team, and about to be pressured, I think, by Kev. Shingen doing some great peel here. And the sleep comes through there. Kind of doing great work, but will they get taken out here? Nice. No, they drop. They do drop, and they manage to keep it going there. It's a really long fight, which really does end up favoring, or it will end up favoring Ethereal, who are in control of the point here.
Yeah, absolutely. That barrage coming out onto Mega Chad was very, very key, but they've already landed 3 picks, and they still have the EMP if they really, really need to win this fight. Nice res coming through onto Akane.
You say they need to win this fight. I think they do. I mean, they're at 80% now. This point is notoriously hard for teams to cap up, like to steal across. And I mean, when you've got the comp as fast as it is now, with the Weevil who's about to get taken out. As I go to the screen, there's the EMP catching 4 members actually on the side of Ethereal. And I think a good target focus. They're taking out Akane, and I think Goldblooded should be next. But Rowan putting a lot of damage into their Ana on the other side there. Intetsu taking them out, as I do say that. And I mean, I think it is going to be on Intetsu here to get the kills. Can they clean up the Tracer? They will need to, and that's there you go. Finally, the cleanup, and that took that fight started at I think about 32%. So
yeah,
Ethereal,
that one took a while. It was very, very back and forth, but Beta's just kept on fighting, and eventually the EMP came out, and the follow-up was just enough to swing the fight in their favor. Yeah,
and I'm looking at Intetsu here with that copy. See what they're gonna do with it, because that's probably gonna should be the initiation tool, I think, here for Betas.
Yeah, there's not really anyone in particular that you'd want to copy. Well, I say that. Pharah! Lovely pick!
Yeah. No one you really want to copy, unless you're Intetsu and you just decide that you don't like...
Unless you're Intetsu, absolutely.
that was a fantastic
very nice job.
Yeah, that's just a solo one fight there from Intetsu. They didn't even need to, like... did they nano him? I think they must have nanoed him.
Yes, they nanoed him.
Yes,
the nano barrage is a very, very potent combination.
Yeah.
Definitely helps out a lot when you're trying to not die when you're barraging.
Yeah, and I mean, it also helps when you barrel stuff the Mercy with the nano in the back there.
Oh! Run. Caught a little bit out of position there, probably trying to avoid the Diva Bomb.
Wow, Goldblood is still alive there, not much longer, but yeah, Kev putting great pressure on the supports there. You'll see Frangipani blinking into that minefield there, just to do a tactical reset.
Yeah, tactical reset. That mines were very, very well placed. It prevents egress from the main section that you want to be pushing from.
Yeah.
And it's like that reset's going to last even longer.
Yeah, they demeched Shingen in Spawn. Right, which is just really not that good. And I just want to point out, right, that Ethereal have 6 ults to work with here. They need to press Q first, but I don't think Artie's going to let them.
Well, there comes the Valkyrie, and then the Nano.
And a 3-man EMP to boot. They get slept immediately in Barrage, but I mean, Rowan does get taken out for that, right? And here's a very interesting bomb there from Shingen, who takes out Jestrel. How did that manage to happen? And we'll notice that 6 Qs have been pressed on the side of Ethereal, and that's all they really need to do. They need to win this fight and no more. And
absolutely,
if they can cap this up, they win the map.
The 6Q differential coming in clutch there for Ethereal Abyss, I think.
6Q differential, indeed, man.
6Q differential.
Yeah,
very smartly though, not using ults when they were getting spawn held, and eventually they just had enough of a bank to be able to come onto point and just cause mayhem.
Yeah, for sure. That sounds about right. I'm not gonna lie. It does look like they're going to be able to. Yeah. Well, did I change something there? My bad. I'm new to production. Please forgive me. Be patient.
No, that's right. I'm new to color casting.
Yeah.
I apologize if I'm stating the obvious here, but I mean, new to color casting. What else am I supposed to do?
That's exactly what you do, and that's what we're doing, right? I say who gets the kills. You say who's gonna get the kills.
Absolutely. Looks like they're gonna swap all the way back to the brawl, which is definitely Beta's more favored composition. Well, it's the favored composition of any EU team.
I mean, any team. I mean, who doesn't love a good brawl, right?
I mean, you know, up there in APAC, they love a bit of Zarya on ladder, a bit of Winston Zarya action.
I'm surprised there's no sim from either team to speed them up. But I suppose who would change like from the sim, right? And Artie's gonna
I mean, if it ain't broke, you know.
That's true.
Yeah. Very interesting use of the Junkrat here.
We get taken out immediately. Friend, you panic. Just off on the side, they're doing a lot of damage. But I mean, taking out themselves. We'll pretend those misses didn't happen. I should stop it. Just save a bit of face, right? Artie and them doing a little bit of a dance here on the side. Sorry, I had to record that, my good friend. And Rowan throwing in the mine from Narnia, right? Managing to catch him there. And Ethereal once again taking control of this.
Yeah, that initial wall was unfortunate happenstance for Intetsu. Probably didn't expect to be taken out so easily by the Cassidy. And after that, the pin coming through from the Weevil and the lamp to save him it just was not enough from Betas.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's another beautiful wall there from Intetsu. Are they able to get a kill from there? That's a beautiful window there. And yeah, Rowan once again coming in huge with that tire. Intetsu decided to save themselves there and decide not to punish the Weevils for that egregious pin into the backline.
Absolutely, yeah. The window there, I think, was a bit questionable. They weren't really holding much of an angle, and the early use of the lamp on the Reinhardt allowed Rowan to get a free tire onto their backline.
Yeah, I'm looking at
very smartly played from a bit.
Kana's got their window. Kana's got their window, and it looks like Betas are going for an interesting rotation here. I like that bomb, but it is only going to really put in pressure. Right? With another interesting wall from Intetsu.
Absolutely.
And, we'll see Akane just following their Reinhardt here. Will they put down the lap as well as the window I was talking about? And I think that might have been that's a huge investment for Ethereal, but they do manage to keep the point. So you know, all power to them.
I mean, absolutely, yeah. I mean, the High Noon at the start was a good pick to begin with, but just these tires from Rowan are just winning fights so consistently. Especially when you're caught in a small room like that, there's very little you can do to escape.
I do quite like this pick from Kev though. I think Sigma is probably one of their signature picks, right? And we'll see if they manage to put in the pressure that they're going for. They're taking out trying to play so low, so early.
It's a very good early pick.
And I think extended pressure from Kev to put in so much damage on this Sigma. I think 42% L charge. I'm not going to put it all on them, right? There's some fantastic plays from the rest of the team, but I think it really does make a difference.
Yeah, definitely. They used what they needed to win the point. That would be the Blizzard, the Indo, the High Noon. Got a lot of value there, RT did on the Cassidy.
Oh, yes.
And doesn't look like Ethereal have any ults of their own to work with, so they'll need to really do something good in the neutral. Maybe they come up with a shatter here, but
look at this
it's not looking hopeful.
Oh, that's a unfortunate wall there. Mega Chad drops down, and I think that might have been a mistake. That does take him quite long, but they don't choose to push in it. I mean, that's yeah, out. Shingen taking way too much damage there for I think their own liking. And yeah, not being able to be healed up just as quickly as they would like. There's another wall, right? That's all she wrote. I think that'll be the
Rowan?
Question mark?
Rowan? He's drawing a lot of attention away, manages to concussive mine out of there in time. Didn't find the picks he wanted to, I don't think, no.
I mean, but look at this. He's got a tire again. Rowan's got a tire and a very cheeky angle. What? are they going to do with this? I'm very, very interested in see Frangipani coming through here. Oh, this should be brutal.
Tie up! Ooh.
Oh, the Weevil pinning Gestural and taking out Tetsu. I mean, that's insane value from the Reinhardt, right? It's only Kev on point. And I mean, he can't eat right swings, right? What is he going to do? He's going to have to wait for the beatdown, I guess.
I suppose so, yeah. Does manage to steal the point out a little bit more. Let's see if Gestal can recontest. No.
Well, they can. They managed to keep it over time, but that lost it.
Yeah.
The high noon from Adi, I think, just to put some pressure. That was right in the background. I didn't even know where that was. And Tetsu putting in the Blizzard here, the freeze of Shingen. I think, yeah, manages to get the D-Make, but not in the time for the Blizzard. So Shingen does manage to get the bomb off, right? And there's a beat from Goldbladder to sustain the team. And despite the Weevil being gone, this is looking really, really good for Ethereal, right? They can look at Mega Chad here, who's got a lot of health. The Moira looking to do so much work that I take that back. Adi, another
just
one?
Picking so many people.
Adi started this fight with a Deadeye and got another one in that fight.
I mean, every time you think that the fight is lost, Artie just comes up with a miracle of picks.
Look, it's this man.
Brilliant play. Absolutely brilliant. That's just a mechanical clutch, plain and simple.
No other word for it. Look at that aim. Look at that aim. Okay,
Both supports taken out early.
Yeah, and this looks like it should be Beta's round to lose. We will see the Weevil coming back in here, and Shingen taking out 2 picks on that Winston. I mean, well known for their Winston, but I mean, does get cleaned up by Kev. Rowan once again putting in a lot of damage on the side of Ethereal, and in the Weevil getting taken out doesn't look too good. And will they be able to keep contesting here? Yes, Goldbladder does manage to catch on, as does Frangipani and Akane. There's 3 members on the side there. Taking out Cider is massive. There's some beautiful mines there by Kev, and Frangipani got their visor already. They literally just switched.
I mean, there's a lot of poke damage you can put into a ball, isn't there?
And that's true. Tetsu is so low. Yeah, it managed to get cleaned up there by the Weevil, and I might eat my words here, right? This looks like a win for Ethereal now. And I mean, maybe I live to regret that as well. But Cider looking worse for wear there, taking out Frangipani as I say that, but will probably get cleaned up here. They do about 2 health. You go, the Weevil manages to take them out, and it's only Kev and Gestal here on the point. The mines from the Weevil, there is so many ults in this fight. Kev 2, Kev
absolutely,
1,
yeah.
Kev 2 is and yeah, there's finally the flip over for I think that Rowan getting the Doom diff onto Tetsu. That's a little bit unfair, but we'll give it to them. And a massive clutch out there for Ethereal.
Very well on there, yeah. Rowan came in on the Doomfist, got a lot of picks. Just really keeping betas at the disadvantage in terms of personage, and well, you saw how it went.
I did indeed.
Not
see
much
how
more
it
to
went,
say.
Right? That's a map win for Ethereal. Right? That I think was like that last round there specifically. Right? That was Beta's round 2 win. They should have won that by all rights and means. But Ethereal just coming in there. Adi coming in with a double high noon in a single fight, and it wasn't even that long. It wasn't like an extended fight where he got it. Like, it was a pretty normal fight, and they managed to generate a high noon just through that, just mechanical clutch, as I think you said. Just
absolutely, yeah.
Mad, absolutely mad.
Yeah, I mean, you can do those sorts of things on DPS. That's those are the clutch hype moments that you get in the Overwatch League sometimes. Very, very well done from RT to keep betas in that fight.
Yeah, for sure, and we're gonna go straight into Blizzard World by the looks of things. So let's see what we've got here. With Rowan teasing us with a bit of Genji and Shingen on that Sigma. What are you thinking we'll probably see here, right? What do you expect to see on this map?
Well, I mean, my team personally, we play a lot of poke dive on the defense here, but you know, Brawl isn't unviable if you do the right rotations. But generally speaking, I think the poke dive just works really, really well in these wide open spaces that you have on Blizzard World first. And sure. You can see the team swapping to some kind of dive composition. Looks like Ethereal Abyss are going for a Genji variation with Brig Zen. Interesting to drop the Nano there.
Yeah.
Whereas I mean, the betas are just doing the complete opposite. They've kept the Ana, but they haven't got the Zen, so it should definitely be interesting to...
Maybe there was communication between the teams, and they said, like, one of us will play Ana, maybe this is Genji. Maybe.
maybe.
Yeah. As you said, I don't think Frangipani is starting on the Bastion, right? That's not happening. So maybe Rowan's pick is also a bit of
I've seen some things. I've really seen some things. I mean, betas at one point... No, I think was it betas? It might have been Budget Spitfire. Either of the teams I casted yesterday just came out on the Bastion immediately on the offense and just won first point because of it. This was on Dorado, I think. It's just the sort of pseudo double bubble pirate ship type thing. Very, very strange. But I mean, it worked. So who am I to judge?
And, let's see if Rowan does stick. I mean, Tracer is normally the pick here. Well, I mean, now we've got the Ana, so maybe.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe they want a Nano Blade here. There's not really much... There's not even a Transcendence on the side of betas yet. Unless Sido hits a clutch sleep, there's not really much defense there, apart from maybe a Graphitic Flux. We'll see.
I guess. I mean, then you are, to be fair, you are trading one ult for two, right? You're trading
yeah.
the Nano and the Blade for a Graphitic Flux, which I mean, honestly,
it's a big ult though.
Probably, yeah, but I mean, it is a fight-winning ult. So is it worth it? Probably.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm just plat, mate. Don't ask me.
Yeah. Oh, Intetsu immediately. Where was that?
That was in the Mega Room. Frangipani must have wanted to go for a bit of a flank there, but Intetsu already set up there, caught him off guard, and just Tracer diff.
Tracer diff. I mean, there's nothing you can really say. That was a 1v1, and Intetsu won it.
Yeah, exactly.
A note for the... Yeah, we're back on the Zen, so there is no longer that Nano Blade, and Frangipani getting a little bit of revenge. Right,
yeah.
Mega Chad. I think Mega Chad is slightly overstaying their welcome in this Mega Room with all 6 members of Ethereal. Looking at Akane here.
That's a very nice move.
And Akane taking way too much damage. And there's another great boot by the Weevil, pushing everyone off there. And I think that helps to clean up pretty much everyone. There's both supports and all the DPS gone. Just Mega Chad spinning around the point with, you know, a hope.
Yeah. 1 HP in a dream. Yeah, definitely. That boop from the Weevil initially was very good at disrupting betas. And of course the Ana dropped very, very low very, very quickly. I think they all did, really. So it was an easy cleanup job for the Genji and the Tracer.
Yeah, and the one nice thing about them, you know, dying altogether is they do manage to get set up on this high ground. I don't think they're kind of where they would want to be. They probably want to be holding this choke a little earlier, but pretty good push pressure up here from Ethereal. And yeah, just happy to move the cart for now. I think, you know, they know that betas can't make a move just yet. So they're happy just, you know, in the neutral, just lurking around here. Seeing if Frangipani goes for a bomb and misses, unfortunately. Maybe down to Intetsu to respond in kind. As we'll see what value they manage to get there. But they are very nervous with Shingen, giving them a lot of respect for that matrix.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you see, you know, this team is playing very, very close together, which you don't really want from like a sort of pokey dive comp. You want to really be setting up on a high ground, but they do have the Diva instead of the classic Sigma, so they don't have as much angle control as Kev would.
Yeah. They do have a little more peel, but right now I'm not sure if they know. But Shingen is not out of position, but looking for a bomb with the blade. That's
a lot of ults there.
That's a lot of ults, but you know, it seems to be working so far, right? In managing 1 kill, and the kill's not really coming through. Sided falls down into the mine.
As you say that. There they go.
There they go. That trance, a little questionable.
Yeah, maybe a little questionable. Sidar, Nano and Kev there was absolutely crucial. He managed to take out the rallying Brigitte, which is just, I mean, that's just a fight-winning ultimate just gone immediately.
A bit of a revenge there onto Intetsu.
Yeah. I mean, of course, by the time they used the Nano, basically the rest of betas were dead.
I mean, this bomb could be quite huge, and it's unfortunate. Going for the flick stick could possibly have just gone for the more standard kind of thing. But Shingen does take out Kev, maybe looking for for an angle there, but I mean, looking for the supports, but taking out the tank is just as important. Rowan taken out by Bob, which is not something you really want to see, and we will see Shinken here antied up and in a corner, so not looking too good. Cider does end up falling, and it looks like just the support manages to... I mean, that's a bold bomb, and takes out again. Well, that is a very bold bomb.
I mean, it worked. Absolutely, yeah. Artie tried to hide. I would have given him that if I was, you know, if I was the game, I would have given him the hide there, but line of sight was not in Artie's favor there.
Not in Artie's favor. I think Artie didn't have too much health to spare there, I think was the key thing. Yeah, I think it might, the bomb might only have done about like 30 damage, but there's only 30 damage to around. It's going to be the end of them. Kev putting a lot of damage in on this Tracer, and we'll see them coming through here with a big flux.
All the mines, very well placed.
Yeah, very well placed, so that as soon as Kev comes down, then they go down. They go down properly. See a little chase here on a little bit of ball roundabout from between the Weevil and Mega Chad. As this see the sleeve coming through, but I don't think they're going to manage to kill him there. I think he was quite full health. The bomb, the mine's committed there from the side of Mega Chad, and this is looking like, I mean, there's a good zoning, good bit of zoning. I just stopped the progress for a little bit, doing a little bit more poke there, and here comes another blade from Rowan. Will he get a little bit more value this time? I don't think so. Not into a brig, and not a brig of a Jestral's caliber. Kev does get taken out, and it looks like, I mean, despite Blade not getting much value by itself, the rest of Ethereal are just cleaning up. The Blade looking more like a distraction at this point.
Yeah, definitely. What you want to do with the Dry Blade is you just want to bait cooldowns and allow your ball, your Tracer to clean up the core, and that's just exactly what happens. Ethereal Abyss just managing to take that last point. Very, very well done. What I want to highlight as well is Shingen's Diva did a very, very good job of contesting those high grounds and making sure the core couldn't get a good angle.
Yeah.
You know, what you want to do with that core is you want to set up, you want to poke from angles, and Shingen was just denying them constantly and saying, hey, look at me, use your cooldowns on me, I can fly away.
Yeah, no, just being just like, I promise you can kill me, I promise you can kill me, lol, no.
I'm gone. I'm a tank for a reason, mate. You're not killing me.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean that's really good work, right? That's exactly what you want to do as the diva, right? You want to be that annoyance. You want to be the thorn in their side, and you also want to be, you know, which another thing, which, you know, taking that high ground for sure, but also not doing it in like a super aggressive way, right? Always staying within like reasonable distance of the supports, so much so that it meant that Artie wasn't really confident in getting that stick, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So they had to play really safe, and we'll see Frangipani here hoping to get. Is this what Intetsu did to them?
Yeah, I think it is. Just that third-person peek from the sit emote. I mean, it's the only really pay-to-win emote in the game.
True.
You know, I've never thought of sitting there. I always just go right next to the door, but to each their own, I suppose. What I'm very interested in is the Tor pick from Rowan. Generally not a pick you see much. A lot of other heroes have a much higher damage output, specifically Hanzo's, Ashe, whatever. But I mean, the Torp can work. It's a very good dive deterrent. I'm a little, you know, it's a very good dive deterrent when played with the core, which he seems to be taking a bit of an off angle here. Having a nice sit down on some crates.
Let's look at this core here, right? We've got Zen, Brig, and Sigma, and then just I don't even know what else.
No, Rowan's just on an off angle. World of his own, I think.
Able to escape there. Almost gets the one for a bunch of Intetsu, but a good recall there to save them. Doesn't mean that they don't have that recall, and yeah, Frangipani didn't like what Intetsu did to them at the start, and really pushing to get back at them.
Yeah, interesting play from Beta here, not really trying to rotate and take the high ground from Ethereal Abyss. Instead, they just want to play for picks, I think, and they do just that, taking out Frangipan.
Yeah, I don't know what Frangipani was looking at there, because they're looking at their team instead of looking at the enemy, and I mean, you turn your back for 3 seconds, not even half a second, and Betas are going to kill you. So, I mean, there goes the turret from Rowan, and Mega Chad taking out the Weevil. This really not looking good for the side of Ethereal. See, Rowan taking out Mega Chad, but traded quickly back by Tetsu. We'll see hunting down, I think, possibly looking for this the core up top. Doesn't have the pulse bomb just yet, but I think the damage is well enough. Gives it to the Sigma is interesting, but you know, we'll take the damage.
Oh, that's a late trance from Sidar. Very nice stick from Frangipan. Does take out Jessel, but Tetsu responds in kind. Takes out Rowan.
Tetsu responding there, but the rest of Ethereal do manage to clean up. And a fight that really wasn't looking good for them at the start, they managed to clean up, like, you know, really well. And I think that's just on the back of, I don't know, it looked like Betas just weren't aggressive enough there. They got 3 picks, I think, 2 or 3 picks. And they just decided that they weren't gonna push with it. They went for the long rotation.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Sidar being a little late on that trans might have cost Betas the fight there. It could have kept the Sigma alive for a little bit longer. Might have been able to build ult even. But no matter. They have a healthy ult bank, but I mean, so do Ethereal Abyss.
He floated into the mines that were up there. That's a big dragon.
Big dragons. Definitely, yeah. Taking out the backline is always worth it.
Yeah, I mean, Adi's got a 3k at this point in time. Unfortunately, it looks like the Weevil taking damage. I don't think their supports are here, so that's a very bold call to take unnecessary, well, quote-unquote, unnecessary damage. Especially when Nai's got to back up and leave Shingen to 5 point alone. I mean, quite healthy and not really in too much danger right now. Especially there comes the support, so getting kills up. And they've got that eat ability, which does get cancelled by Ked. There's the flux, a nice late flux, and that's a huge flux. A nice rally in response there. Mega Chad looking very unhealthy, and does get taken out. That is a beautiful eat there from the side of Shingen. Managing to take out Cider as well. And Kev will be so low. I think the Weevil will take on the other. Pile Drive doesn't care about your eat. Pile Drive does not care about your eat.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
We'll see Rowan coming back here on this Doomfist, which it's a very odd pick, I must say, but I mean it does get the pick. I'm not interested to see how it will work in the long run because I mean there's still at least one more fight.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, Artie just opened up the fight there by finding a very nice pick onto the brig, but there was just not enough follow-up from Betas. And even now, you know, Ethereal Abyss really just clutching mechanically a vast majority of these fights. I mean, that early pick there was very nice onto the Tracer.
Mega Chad getting this touch here, getting rocked and a lot of damage, forcing out that ball overshield. Weevil taking out Kev is really also not a good look right this slot here, and the only real ult here is Akane's. We'll see Rowan dueling with the ball here, and yeah, Goldblooded taking out Jeswell, the Weevil taking out Side. This is just all Ethereal right now, and a really good defense. RT doing their best to pop off as they normally do, but Ethereal just looking quite dominant at this stage.
Yeah, very nice hold from Ethereal. They were just getting loads and loads of early picks and able to steamroll fights off of that. And when they were the first people to be picked, they had ults, and they could just come back immediately and go, hey, we're still in this fight.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, they've it's well, I'm actually a little bit lost here. Give me 2 seconds just to gather myself. I think of water, right?
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, some fantastic plays there from both sides, and I think Ethereal just held their ground a bit better. Right? They had the better. I don't even sure if they had the better ult rotations. As you were saying, I think it's just a mechanical kind of outplay at this point. It's just it's a mechanical outplay at this point. RT getting, I think in that previous fight they got 3 or 4 picks, 2 with the Dragon Strike, another one with a headshot. I can't remember if they got another one, but you know, it's on the back of 3 kills, you really should be looking at, you know, gaining at least a tick, right? And I think
definitely.
Ethereal Abyss, they just pretty much took everything.
Yeah, they got trades, and I think generally speaking, Ethereal Abyss just got more value out of their ultimates. I mean, you'd see, you know, trances being used a little bit late, not saving the people they wanted to save. You know, Dragon Strikes, getting a few picks, but then there's just nothing there for anyone else. I mean, Ix coming out from, I think it was, oh, I cannot remember the choice. I think, no, Frangipan. That was it, Frangipan. It's very hard to tell who's playing what with the without the heroes there.
Yeah, Japan. You're like, I think they were the damage dealer. Yes. Yeah, I think Frangipan, Frangipani, I'm not sure which one it is the hit scan for Ethereal by the looks of it, and Rowan would be the flex, showing us their their customary Junkrat, and I'd love to see them bring it out on this map, but I really don't see how it would work. As there's seems to be way too much high ground here. I think I've seen, not Quad Code, who's the other one? Aquamarine make it work, but that's Aquamarine. Right.
That's just Aquamarine, yeah. I think what the Junkrat could do here is he could take this like low ground path and try and get a very, very sneaky pick with the Mine Pill combination onto the backline. If they don't see him coming, that's a lot of damage. And maybe the Weevil will try and follow up on that. Who knows?
Maybe. I mean, maybe that is the play. You know, you go for the thing, because no one expects the Junkrat. There's no ways you expect a Junkrat on Dorado, because it's a terrible pick. Right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm 100% with you there. But we've seen Rowan's Junkrat before, playing the Junkrat on slightly unorthodox maps, and I mean it's worked. So I have really no reason to doubt.
I mean, Rowan hasn't baited us with a pick yet. And Frangipani was on Bastion earlier, which I mean we kind of knew wasn't going to happen. But Rowan showed us Genji, played Genji, right? Showed us Junkrat, played Junkrat. So I don't think this is a stream beta. Yeah, I think this is a person who's playing the character that they want to play.
Yeah, beta's the other team.
Did I say betas? Excuse me.
No. You said the stream beta, and
I see. Oh, okay.
Oh, here
it comes. Straight in. There's
just
no
going straight
subtlety
for
about
him.
this at all.
Absolutely not. Intetsu maybe trying to get a pick, but I mean he just gets away with the Mercy Pocket. Yeah. Very, very nice play. Mega Chad and RT taking this high ground early. It's a very nice spot to hold. Let's see if Mega Chad, Intetsu, and RT might be able to crunch their backline a little. Mega Chad is getting a little bit of damage onto the Mercy there. Does get knocked away by the D.Va. Very nice play there from Shingen. Oh, but Mega Chad does get the zap onto Frangipan. Does miss the jump back onto the high ground. The res also coming through. RT does manage to take out Gold Blooded though. And that's a very, very nice pick. You never want to die for a res. Ever, ever, ever. And now you see the dive coming out from Ethereal Abyss. Frangipan finding the Jester and Saidar. Mega Chad responding in kind with the kill onto Akane, but Shingen taking out Intetsu. I mean, if I didn't know any better, I'd say this is a one fight for Ethereal Abyss.
You know, I'd say so too, but you say that, right? Kev takes out Shingen in the backline there, and RT should be able to kill the baby D.Va here. Frangipani does come to their aid, and I mean, this is a little bit of an unfair fight here. Yep, there you go.
Yeah, but the Tracer diff.
That was a little bit of an unfair fight, right? But I mean, all this
a little bit of an unfair fight, absolutely, yeah.
They've been pushing this card, right? It's almost at the end now. This is one fight territory.
Yeah, Mega Chad re-engages for the contest. Akane, a lovely, lovely anti onto Kev, who'd already used his personal bubble. The sleep coming out onto the duplicate. But also another sleep onto Rowan. Let's see if anybody can follow up on that. The Brig tries. Mega Chad, with the help of the Brig and the Ana, does find the follow-up. The res does actually manage to happen. And the tire coming out, let's see what it can find. Can it find anything at all? Intetsu taking out Gold Blooded in the background while this tire is just flying around. It finds Kev. The bomb coming out from the D.Va. What does it find? Nothing. It flies too far in the air. The Weevil taking out Saidar. Very, very nice. Intetsu just getting these clapback picks, but Shingen and the Weevil taking out the Echo and the Brig. Those are very, very big picks, and it looks like Ethereal Abyss are just taking it on mechanics.
Yeah, that was a very scrappy fight, and I don't understand how this Junkrat pick is working, right? Because, like, he's just flying into their face and just saying, "Hey, I'm here. Shoot me. I dare you." And then somehow gets out of there, right? He just does what he wants.
I mean, if you only have 2 bubbles, AoE damage is a lot. I mean, it's all good when you have 80 charge, but your backline's dead, mate. There's not much you can do about that there.
There you go.
Shingen does manage to take out Rowan. Intetsu does manage to take out Rowan despite the pressure from Shingen. Kev taking out Gold-Blooded as well. It's a good beam there from the Zarya. Megachat does manage to engage and put the bubble up to prevent any further egress from Ethereal Abyss.
It's like a short reset here from the side of Ethereal before they go in. I think they're waiting maybe for Frangipani to get into position. Yeah, I think Frangipani is going on quite a long flank here to look for this pulse bomb, because that is the only ult they currently have. Right?
Yeah.
Do they know though? I think they know. They know. Oh, I
think they do know.
And that's
the copy happens. Oh, that's a lovely stick onto Jezthril. But the copy has come out, and this double Winston onto a backline is a lot of stuff. The grab, very nice, but Rowan manages to kill Kev before he can get anything done. Frangipan taking out Sidar, and Tetsu trying to scramble this fight. Salvage, I mean, by taking out Gold-Blooded with the Primal, but I mean, it's just not enough. The picks are already there for Ethereal Abyss.
And here's Shingen, right? Just so much aggression coming through from them, and playing into how Ethereal seems to like to play this. This just
Rowley comes out early. Intetsu getting the nano, taking out Rowan with all of those stickies. That's a lot of damage to get. Trying to crunch the Brig in the backline here. Jezthril manages to take out Akane. Very, very nice. The Primal does manage to dispatch the Brig fairly easily against all of the focus fire. Kev taking out the Weevil. I mean, he must have been low anyway. Frangipan does manage to find Intetsu. I mean, Tracer in a small room against Echo. I mean, unless you're landing those close-range primary fires with the melees, it's not a favorable fight for you as the Echo.
I mean, and the Echo, Intetsu did manage to force the recall from Frangipan, hit one of those tri-shots directly into Frangipan's head. I think took them down to about 3 HP, but Frangipan had the recall up and then just came back in and, did what you said there. We are looking at 5 ults here on the side of Ethereal, right? Maybe they're going to do their 6Q...
Including that tire. Here it comes. Let's see if the tire can find anything at all. I think it's trying to find Intetsu. Doesn't manage to, though. A little bit ambitious there from Rowan. Megachad misses his jump and just... Oh, the nano comes out way after he's been booped off. Intetsu manages to take out Akane, but the Ana is traded out in turn, and Frangipan manages to take out both supports. The Weevil also managing to take out the Echo, who just dropped a little bit too low there. I mean, Frangipan just crunched the backline there. Very, very nicely done from the Tracer. Oh, the eat and the trap. I felt that in my soul. Oh, RT, things are just not going your way.
Things are just not going Artie's way at all. What is quite cool about Junkrat's really low-tech trap is that it somehow stops a chronal accelerator from working, which is, I think, fantastic engineering for someone who built this out of just nothing. We'll see the copy coming.
Oh, the double monkey engage tries to crunch Rowan, and it definitely does. The sleep does come out onto the copy, but I don't think it'll do much because there's still another monkey into play. Kev manages to beam down the Weevil. The bubbles do come out onto Intetsu. He tries to crunch the Brig, manages to crunch the Brig. And, I mean, the backline of Ethereal Abyss just have to run away now and have a nice retreat.
I mean, that is quite good discipline from them, though, right? I mean, look how quickly they are back. And here's Rowan on the Reaper to counter at least one of the Winstons. You can't counter both of them at the same time. There's putting a bit of poke there. It'll be very interesting to see what he manages to do, what they manage to do with this blossom if they manage to get it up. Right? I don't think right now they're on a very interesting flank. Not with the rest of the team at all.
The nano comes out onto the Winston in a very, very small room. The cleave damage is going to do a lot there. The primal rage nano does manage to take out Akane. Intetsu getting the primary fire onto Rowan's face. And, I mean, Kev and Sidar just picking up Cold-Blooded and the Weevil, respectively. And, I mean, that's just a team kill. Rowan died a little bit early for it to be a team kill, but I don't care. I make the rules here.
Athena didn't say it, but we
Athena didn't say it, but I did.
Yeah, you know.
I'm above Athena.
You can mute Athena, you can't mute you.
Yeah. Definitely an interesting pick there from Rowan. The backline from this comp isn't as brawly as you'd find in a double bubble comp, so it'd be interesting to see how Rowan rotates with their core. It's a lovely dive. The rally does come out from both sides. The grab gets eaten by Shingen, just popping off on the Diva today. The self-destruct manages, and the remake manages to take out Jesterol and Artie. Rowan managing to just WM1 Sidar. And oh, this is mean. He's coming in from the side. It only took 3 or 4 shots to execute that kill onto Kev.
As if Frangipani was sitting there on the card using the city mode. You know, I respect it. I mean, you gotta take a break every now and then, you know, rest up the knees.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's only the Nano invested pretty much immediately here onto the Weevil. And the double monkey once again coming through. We'll see Akane as the target of the thing with them.
Yeah, that sort of thing manages to take out Akane the Ana relatively easily, but it does not save the Winston of Mega Chad. Intetsu managing to take out the Brigitte while Primal, but Rowan trading in kind with taking out the Lucio. Frangiman taking out the Moira, and I mean, Shingen eating another pulse bomb? Are you hungry, Shingen?
Right now.
Shingen, did you eat dinner? Are you alright?
I don't think Shingen ate dinner. I think Shingen needs a snack.
A nice rounded diet of... a very nice rounded diet of time-infused explosives and, I mean, black holes. I mean, what else could you want?
And that's all the key ingredients you need for a balanced meal, right?
Yeah.
Some temporal spice with a black hole pasta. That's all you can really ask.
Absolutely, yeah. I think they color that with squid ink.
Oh, that would make sense. I mean, like the occasional dragon strike, you know, something like that, right? Just to give it a bit of flavor.
Yeah, the dragon strike would be what would that be? Maybe like a lobster. A lobster and pasta sounds.
That sounds quite nice.
It sounds like heresy to Italians, but
yeah, I think
I'm English. My culture has already committed so many crimes on food.
Yeah, I mean, we won't talk about the beans and toast. I mean, to be fair, I don't think I have much to speak about either. I mean,
hey, don't come for beans on toast. It's nice.
I mean, to be honest, it's pretty nice. I won't come for beans on toast. Beans on toast is great.
Yeah.
I enjoy a good beans on toast every now and then. Look at the
anyway, comps. Shingen seems to be keeping on the Diva. Probably hasn't had enough to eat yet. Rowan going on to the Hanzo here. You'd think they'd play the Junkrat on defense, but no. They want the Hanzo, and that's absolutely valid. Beta's still sticking with this double bubble composition. I hope they can really, you know, rotate to high ground, control those angles well. Frangipan looking for, I think, maybe a sneaky one clip to start with.
Yeah, Frangipan sitting on the side here, waiting for someone to try and go underneath. Right, I think, as you said, looking for that one clip. That is exactly what they want to do. I'm surprised they're not using the third-person peek, but maybe they're worried about the noise that it makes when you do the jump up.
Absolutely, yeah.
Anyone is going to be here for them just yet. They'll make their retreat quite hastily. You'll see Intetsu pretty much doing the same thing, just waiting for a better opportunity to some bombs around there. Megachat jumping in and sorry, the Weevil.
The Hanzo just does too much damage, and I mean, there's no bubble to save him. The Diva's too far away to Matrix it. Very, very nice pick coming out from Artie. Let's see what they can turn this into. Frangipan just on the high ground, maybe tries to. Oh no, Artie! You can't do that to people! The damage boosted arrow just one-shots the Tracer, and Ethereal Abyss are forced to rotate away and just run for their lives. Mega Chad probably won't let them get away with it though. The bubble comes out, as does the jump. It's very. Oh, the Artie! Artie! These people have families! You can't be doing this to these people! Shingen does try and get something done with the mech, but unfortunately the damage is just too much. Frangipan looking for a pick maybe onto the back line, but I mean, it lands the pick, but the sleep comes out and it's just an immediate right click from Kev to finish it off, as well as the res coming out from Jesterol. Sidar getting that lovely anti-kill onto the Weevil, but Rowan not going down without a fight, taking out Mega Chad and Intetsu.
Yeah, and that's really important, right? Because that denies a lot of space that could be taken by betas. Right? He does pay for it, and I think that Dragon Strike might have been a little ill-advised, but you know, they got the picks, and we can't argue with results. Right? Cannot argue with results here. We've got the Nano coming through here from Akane, which I imagine will probably go onto the Weevil, and we'll see a very early engagement here from Kev. It goes so low, so quickly.
It's a big value Sonic arrow, definitely know where they're coming from. RT pulling out the Sonic Arrow. The bubble is used, so Mega Chad can't really go in yet as he's out of line of sight with Zarya. It doesn't stop him from taking out Rowan, though. The Brig's rotated away, trying to ball the core. And the Dragon, sorry, comes out onto Gold Blooded. The nano-boosted Storm Arrows managed to take out Frangipan. Akane does manage to take out the Ana. And Artie, go on, Grandma, get those kills. Your sniper days aren't over. You're not retired yet. Intetsu managing to take out the Baby Diva and Akane. Then Anti, oh, the Primal is forced to be used. Let's see what they can do with this. Maybe tries to find Jethral. Who knows? But the Sleep comes out and it's just, oh, this is brutal. Oh, God.
I'm glad I got to watch that.
I'm getting flashbacks to 2016, mate. I can't deal with it.
Oh, that's a nice bomb, though. That
doesn't really find anyone, and the copy comes out onto the Hanzo. Let's see what can happen here. The grab, a little bit whiffed, I'm going to be honest. RT manages to take out his counterpart and the Brig. Very, very nicely done. The Dragon Strike comes through, not before Kev can get the kill onto Frangipan. Another another one, of course, with the, you know, increased ult charge build percentage from the copy. It just happens. Mega Chad manages to take out Frangipan, the Weevil and Akane. I'm getting my names mixed up.
Hey, there's a lot of action happening as well. This is so quick from Betas, right? And they're just not relenting.
Absolutely, yeah.
And there's Intetsu taking out Shingen, who switched over to the Zarya now, right? So
yeah.
Looking to counter that double bubble with one of their own. You know, does mean that they are going to have to put a lot of pressure on themselves to board that grab. And as we can see, this cart is quite close to finishing. So, Frangipan taking out Mega Chad
that's a good pick.
That's
a very good pick. The supports weren't in line of sight yet, so they couldn't do anything about Mega Chad just dying there. The Soldier, I think, trying to just poke out, see what he can find. The Zarya does come on through. Maybe Kev dies here. Let's see. Kev manages to get taken out. The Nano Valk! Let's see what you can do here, Jezthril. Go on.
Get him, Jez.
Whip your Glock out. Go on. Unlucky. They neglected the duties of the healing, and as such, Intetsu died to the beam of the Zarya. The rally comes out. They want to go forward with this, but I mean, the monkey gets slept, so that does limit the amount of aggression they can have.
We'll see the friendly bubble also counted. Both of the Cave 2's bubbles have been taken, but Artie gets another kill onto Goldblood to open up this fight. And that's a beautiful Dragon Strike there. I think it just kind of splits them up. You know, other than that, they managed to just walk around. Artie again.
Artie, mate.
Look at this angle.
So many crucial opening picks coming out from Artie, and Kev just getting two of his own. The Nano Visor comes out though. Nobody is safe. The Soldier's got you in his sights. Maybe he drops to try and kick more out. He gets Mega Chad as well. Very, very nicely done from Frangipan.
Oh, the slide again. Slide again.
Rowan.
Was like, you can
Rowan.
Rowan denying the kills there from Frangipani, but I mean that was a beautiful nano visor just to shut down that push, because between Artie and Kev, I think they killed 5 people there. I think Akane was killed first, so managed to come back and give that nano over to Frangipani there. But Betas are looking pretty good with pretty much 5 ults online. Yeah, the Cider will be able to get that nano up pretty
Looks like they're going to grab Dragon.
Beautiful.
Here it comes! What a beautiful grab Dragon, managing to take out 3 on the side of Ethereal Abyss. Kev picking up Rowan and Akane as well, just for good measure. And Mega Chad taking out Frangipan. That's a team kill. Athena does not deny me this time. Athena said it.
And there's still 3 ults on Beta's part. I don't think
they're just backing them away from spawn.
Yeah,
and that looks like Beta's taking map number 3. Yeah. I lost count there for a moment.
I did too. And I mean that's some fantastic work there from Beta's, really turning that around, right? I think Ethereal, they had a really good attack, and things were looking quite good for them, but Betas just came in with the ultra aggression on their attack, and you know, they just showed, like, if you guys are gonna play like mechanically focused, then you know what we'll do our thing. We're gonna go for it. We've got a double bubble, which is their double bubble is super strong. Kev obviously very comfortable on that Zarya. Hey, let's not forget Shingen denying, I think, about 3 or 4 ults in the last 2 minutes of that attack.
Yeah, 2 sticks and a grav, a very balanced diet.
A very balanced diet.
Very balanced diet.
I
want to draw attention to RT just once again. So many opening picks on the Hanzo, really helping swing fights in favor of Betas. And of course, you know, all those picks amount to a dragon, and you know what a dragon goes really well with? A grav. And that's just how they won the last point.
Yeah, and I mean, as I was saying, they actually had I think 2 ults to spare at the end there. They had the primal in spawn, just making sure they couldn't touch. But if they needed to, they still had the nano and the copy. I don't think there was any way Ethereal were winning that last fight. And I mean, I think that's just great work from Betas. They forced Shingen onto the Zarya. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get that grab online. Could have been quite an important ult to get. I think they died quite close to it. But you know, they still died. So it was that grab dragon, I think, catching 4 or 5 members there. Just what are you gonna do about that? Don't have a trance, don't have a BAP lamp, you just die.
Absolutely. Seems like Ethereal Abyss called for a 2-minute break a little bit ago.
So,
And we're just waiting a little bit here.
yeah, we'll tell you what, we can do the same. We can take
absolutely.
ourselves a 2-minute break, and yeah, we'll be back when the action does return. Don't go anywhere. We will be right here.
See you in a bit.
straight into the action as Ethereal have come back from their break and are apparently ready for some Icon Vault action. I mean, this should play quite well into Shingen, who I've actually just I kind of completely forgot that Shingen actually was on betas, right? So really showing their previous team here, you know, what they're made of, what they're missing.
Very much so, yeah. It'll be interesting to see. I think Rowan's going for the Junkrat again, and you know what? At this point, I respect it. I feel like I've played Rowan before, but I cannot remember when, where, or how it went. Oh, no matter. They seem to be mirroring a pharmacy, which I, for one, am very excited for. I love seeing a Pharah duel.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as much as I respect Rowan's Junkrat, I've seen Tetsu play Pharah on Icon Vault before, and I just don't think you want to be playing Junkrat into that.
No.
It's just not a duel you want to take. And then, you know, if Intense is happy to take the Pharaoh duel here instead of going on that Echo, which they were favoring earlier, right? You know that there's some practice behind here, right? You know that they know what they want to do here. They're going to be in their backline. They're going to be shooting the Ana from behind, or suppose the Zen, should I say? They don't know that. But. Interesting comp here from betas, right? That got the stability of the Diva. I mean the Orisa, and the aggression of the Pharah Mercy along with the Diva. I will see Tetsu flying into the backline, as I was saying.
See how this goes.
Duel you were talking about.
Oh, there it goes. Pharah diff immediately coming out there from Intetsu. Let's see if he can try to deny the res as well. Doesn't look like they're going to get it. No, they are. They're getting the res off. Intetsu manages to get a direct onto Frangipan. That is a one-shot kill if it's damage boosted. Which it seems to have been just then. This fight being very decided by the pharmacies at the moment. Very far back. Betas are holding here.
Take that duel though. You're just deciding I'm just going to go for the backline. Fine. Maybe you can pay for that.
It seems like we're having a pause at the moment. So yeah, I mean, you know, the Pharah duel there, I mean, it just decides a lot of fights if your Pharah is, you know, that committed to the duel. Because, I mean, a lot of the time, you know, when you're playing Pharah, you have to deal with that other aerial threat. Otherwise, they're going to deal with you first.
It's like a Widow duel, right? You can't just ignore
Yeah, absolutely. You can't. It's a matter of pride. And, like, ego. Let's be honest, ego. Yeah, right?
Let's get serious.
Yeah, let's get serious here. It's all ego. And that's fine. If we get to see some wonderful air shots come out from Intetsu and Rowan respectively, then I'm here for it. What I will say is that I'm very surprised at how far back betas are holding here. I suppose it's due to the lack of the Sigma. They really just want to have as much space to spam as humanly possible.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm interested in this Hanzo pick from Artie, right? Because although I actually kind of like it because it means that there's a lot of like long range kind of poke, you'd think that the Hanzo would kind of just be like outclassed by the Tracer. But having said that, right, they've got Cider on the Batiste, which could be, you know, there to pressure that Pharah, because Megachai is not taking a lot of damage, especially when they can rotate the shields, and Rowan has to worry about shooting both Intetsu and them. They have to like cycle that, as you were saying, they take that duel. So Frangipani actually in this case, I think, might have a harder time than we'd actually like to think with Artie's Hanzo, because Artie can just spam from so far back. There's no fall damage on the Hanzo arrows, and I mean we know Hanzo things. Hanzo does Hanzo things. Random headshot, that's a kill, right? You don't get a random one clip as a Tracer. No,
not really. That's takes a lot to get that one clip. Looks like both sides are ready to resume. And, as far as I can tell.
Well, yeah, let's see what happens as we get through here. We will see that just before this pause, the Weevil was taken out by Kev. And I think that the pause was actually called by the Weevil, so maybe maybe it was maybe that was the reason they got taken out. Maybe a bit of a DC, maybe a bit of mouse cancellation or something. I don't know, but they were taken out, and it does mean they're gonna have to wait for them to come back.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can't really go for that bunker dive without the ball if you're the Tracer. It's a very, very difficult task to try and one-clip someone when there's an Orisa in the way and a Bat with an Immortality Field and several pills. And Tetsu managing to take out Gold-Blooded early, though. The spam from the Pharah is just so fatal if you don't manage to deal with them. And it looks like, I mean, Shingen's just not really able to deal with said Pharah just because of how high in the sky Tetsu plays. Very, very good boost management, I would say.
Really good boost management. Seeing they do this,
Looks like Rowan's going for a bit of a flank, but the dive does come through onto the core of Betas. Doesn't manage to find anything. Frangipan does manage to take out Tetsu. That's a very, very big pick, but the window here might stabilize it, but not able enough apparently, as Rowan takes out Sidar, Weevil takes Artie, and Shingen takes Mega Chad. And I think that's just seems like a fight win for Ethereal Abyss.
Yeah, I think Artie went a little bit too aggressive there with that Pharah trying to take out the Zen. I mean, could have taken him up from so far away, but went for that damage boosted rocket melee, and you know, ended up paying for it, and that seemed to spell the team's demise. Because I think they were kind of relying on Tetsu there to land a barrage.
Early stick.
Right, early stick. No one dying from it, and there's a bomb from
Akane.
Where did you come from?
All right. The res does manage to come on through, but the ball already engaging onto it. The Valk forced from both sides. I mean, Shingen's just sitting on carts. But, I mean, Tetsu taking out Frangipan and Artie with the Soldier swap, taking out Rowan. Tetsu getting a nice little barrage onto Akane, and the Mercy's just forced to fly away to the cart with the D.Va and the Wrecking Ball. Seems to be re-engaging. Alright.
That honor's so low, wouldn't you? No, it's also out of ball. You know, you can engage, you can get out of there. There's no major
Absolutely,
thing there.
yeah.
We do have the trance from Akane. I'm gonna be very interested to see what they use it for, because I mean, what is?
Artie.
Artie taking out a
It's
Rowan.
a great early pick. The res does come through, but not before Tetsu manages to get the kill onto Gold-Blooded. Rowan just flying in the air without a mercy. Frangipan taking out Sidar, but Sidar taking out Frangipan with, I mean, both grenades being used there. Being without Flexport is very, very difficult, especially when your Mercy's trying to pocket the Pharah. Shingen taking out Artie is a very, very crucial pick. But Rowan, still without his Mercy, needs to be backing away now. Can't really play in Tetsu's range, and you can see that he's just going away. Shingen does contest the Pharah though a little bit. Flies up to the high ground, the slam coming through. Not as much follow-up as I think they would like. Saying that, the bomb comes out from Kev. Immediately DMX Shingen.
The solo
who was
bomb on
at
the
the
sleeping
time.
target. You gotta love it.
Absolutely. Akane taking out Tetsu early, but Artie just getting 3 there with the help of the nano boost. Doesn't look like Akane. Just once again, very bloodthirsty support there. Does get taken out by Kev, but goes down swinging.
Look at this tracking from Artie, right? I mean, you can see just like the amount of damage and pressure they put on this Pharah. I mean, we're giving a lot of credit to Tetsu here, but I think Artie is just pinning Rowan back so far with the Soldier pick, and Frangipan is just not able to find the same kind of value, right? And can put a lot of pressure on. There you go. Artie can check both of them at the same time. Now Rowan's going to get a better position, so I mean, this is good work from Frangipani.
Slam comes out on the Soldier. The Trank! Oh, it can't save Sidar because it's not on their team. The Primal Rage does come through. Does manage to knock Weevil off the bat, maybe? No, he manages to save himself and fly to the mini room. The res does come out onto Sidar, and the bomb coming through. Does it find anyone? Yes, it does. It finds Sidar. Not long to live there. Frangipan managing to take out Mega Chad with a nice clip. And Jezthrall, apparently, the Pharaohs without the Mercy, and subsequently dies. Frangipan does manage to head off the map, but Tetsu managing to get Shingen with the concussive blast. Not enough of a pick, but it's going to be enough to maybe see a recontest from Betas? Yes, here comes Kev now. Along with the... That's a lovely barrage there, just about taking out Akane. And all of the attention is drawn towards Artie's tactical visor, which still manages to find value.
Yeah, with Kev coming in there at the end there just to clean up Frangipani and Goldblood. I think all the damage was done there by Artie. I think Rowan was looking for quite an early barrage there, but having heard that tac visor from you know, Artie, decided that they'd rather not take that duel. I think assuming it would have been nanoed, but you know, Cider didn't have the nano just yet. And it means that Road still has that barrage, right? In conjunction with the Weevil's mines, there's a lot of space and damage that comes into it. But
here comes the Winston. Does manage to find a Akane. You can't DM a Tesla cannon. The Pharaoh trying to follow up, does manage to find Rowan. Very nice job from Intetsu there. Also managing to take out Gold-Blooded, but I don't think they can really push into that area. I mean, the Weevil tries to contest the high ground there, but does manage to get taken out by Kev. Tracer getting the crucial touch and managing to recall, but I mean, the D.Va slept. And the bomb goes onto the cart, does demech the D.Va. I don't think anyone else can touch. I mean, Shingen's just getting battered away off of the map. That's a very, very nice hold from Betas. I think they did very, very well there.
They did, and I mean, I think that is, you know, I was saying that Hanzo pick, right? While it did put a lot of long-range poke, I think as soon as they lost that first, that first point, RT went, okay, cool. Well, I mean, if the Pharaoh is going to be doing work, so am I, right? And their tracking, as I was saying earlier, as I was lauding them a little bit earlier, is just insane. Right, we will see a Rhine shown here from Mega Chad. I'm not sure if they are going to go with this, but I mean, Cider playing BAP does seem to lean into it. It'd be very interesting to know, because I mean, when you see a Rhine, you'd normally expect something like, you know, the Cass May, right? But I mean, this is Betas. We don't know what they're going to run. They could run.
I mean, I've seen them run, you know, Rhine, Doom, Sim, Winston. Yes, exactly. Their classic screwdriver comp. We haven't seen it yet today. But hopefully at some point we will get to.
Yeah, a pick.
Oh my god. Somebody hit amp speed.
Amp speed. Get him back from spawn.
Amp speed, get him.
No.
Yeah.
The Weevil doing a little bit of trolling there. I actually...
A little bit. Ooh, is this an Arab dive coming out from Ethereal Abyss? Arab dive, yes.
It's going to be interesting to see. I don't know what betas are going to respond to this with, and I mean, they're showing the BAP with this ball comp, and I'm not sure how the BAP is going to get in Mandiano with this ball comp. There you go. That's a little bit more standard. I was expecting something a little more creative, but you know, we'll take the standard pick. Let's look at Intetsu as he comes out of the spawn here. I was expecting I was hoping for the Widow, not expecting. I was hoping for the Widow, but we'll see. Intetsu going for a long flank? Question mark.
Oh, the ball! Oh, no, he goes off the map anyway. That's a very, very big pick. I mean, the thing with Arab Dive is that, you know, there's no backline to crunch onto, but once you get a pick onto the Wrecking Ball, I mean, there's not really much an Arab Dive can really do. The spam coming out from Intetsu without the Mercy so far, but the Beam does manage to reconnect. Oh, but Shingen manages to get Intetsu after bouncing the rocket off him, and then 3 picks coming out, 4 for the side of Ethereal Abyss. They did very, very well to restabilize after that. And the DMech onto Kev. I mean, they can't stagger him, but yeah.
I mean, they could have if they really wanted to. It's just really. And they're, we know both teams are all about this.
Yeah.
Play nice, play far.
There is a con.
I will not waste this opportunity.
I wonder if that was a case there of Ethereal Abyss, not Ethereal Abyss. Beta's just not really knowing where to go, right? I mean, which is obviously the point of Arab Dive, right? You just don't really have. There's no real viable targets. Right? Everyone's
no backline.
Yeah, there's no backline. There's no front line, obviously. But I mean, kind of. But I mean,
it's just sort of all midline.
Yeah.
Sort of like Agario. A barrage coming out from Intetsu, the nano as well. Kev manages to take out Rowan with the micro missiles, and the Lucio manages to get taken out by Mega Chad. Intetsu landing that rocket onto Akane, and the stick does find Shingen's mech. It's just Weevil and Frangipan alone. I mean, yeah, that's just a fight win for Betas. Very, very well played. A questionable barrage, but I think the nano did manage to salvage it, and Intetsu did put in some good work on the Pharah. Definitely helped by the ball and the tracer following up on each other's dives.
Yeah, and I think the fact that denied high ground, sure, we'll take that, but Shingen taking out Intetsu and Rowan quickly following up onto Gestrol means that I think this push is all but done, really.
Yeah, I mean,
pushing this, and I really respect this. They're keeping them at that. I think they really wanted to keep them at that door, but just a little too late.
Just a little bit.
Mega Chad switching over to the Winston now, right? That's That's worked for them on defense. Let's see how it's going to work for them on attack. As you see, Ethereal coming in here with 5 ults, starting off with the mines here, and if they cycle these correctly, that's going to be a lot of
Intetsu taking out Rowan. The beat comes out to try and destabilize. The barrage does manage to find Akane, but Akane with the Glock manages to find Intetsu. I mean, these kills, they're just trading and trading and trading. Frangipan managing to take out Cider, and the Weevil does manage to demech Kev. That's going to really delay a push. Mega Chad really trying to re-engage there. Intetsu taking out the Tracer. The remech coming out onto the Weevil, managing to get that 200 HP kill. A very nice stick coming out there. Oh, Intetsu doing very, very well, finding all of these picks. Finding Rowan as well, because the Mercy's way too busy healing for Shingen. Can't fly away though. Not with Shingen, no. Oh, the Tracer got slept. Manages to get away, but the anti onto the D.Va? Oh, Frangipan does manage to get taken out by a rogue Winston, just leaping into the backline there. Looks like the ball's going to try and contest the cart a little bit here, but no, just making the way to the high grounds. And Tetsu finds an early pick onto Gold-Blooded. You really shouldn't be playing on those walls against the Pharah. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but it's very easy to get splash damage onto a Lucio, and you only really move one way.
Yeah. You'd think it would be 3D movement, but it's actually not. It's 2D movement in like a 3D plane, if that even makes sense. And we'll see a little...
2.5D. 2.5D.
The actual
Barrage is coming out from both sides. Manages to find Sidar. Rowan managing to find Sidar, and Tetsu managing to find Gold-Blooded. A stick onto Jezebel does manage to steal the deal. Kev does find Frangipan afterwards, and they're just forgotten about the point.
Oh, no.
The mine's coming out, does try and force Spatas away. And I mean, Tetsu manages to conk Akane off the map. They were probably screaming, "Peek me! Peek me!" But they couldn't. Nevertheless, though, Ethereal Abyss are managing to stabilize very, very nicely here, and it will be a fight in favor of them.
Did they? I'm trying to think now. Did they actually cap? No, they haven't capped it yet. I thought Ethereal was stopped a little bit earlier, but they were stopped right by the door. So they actually haven't won this just yet. I thought they had. That's my bad. But I mean, I don't
no, it was a very, very quick recontest from the ball.
Yeah.
Very, very close
meter,
there.
I'd say. That's going in. Shingen with this bomb. Let's see what they manage to do with it. They're thrown towards Diana. Will they manage?
Bomb goes in. Frangipan manages to follow up on the pile drive and gets Sidar, but Intetsu and Megachap responding in time and taking out the backline. Kev managing to take out Rowan as well with the primary fire from the fusion cannons, I think they're called. The D-Mech coming out onto Shingen. Too many picks there. Too many picks for Ethereal Abyss to stabilize. Maybe Frangipan might be able to get something done, but no, and the beat comes out very, very late, only managing to find the Weevil, who subsequently dies anyway. Now it's just the supports trying to contest the cart. And Kevin Akane get taken out at basically the same time once again. Rowan, though, swapping over to the Junkrat, manages to find the Pharah. I suppose if you can't beat them, go for the comfort pick.
That's the end of the game, isn't it? I mean, that's how betas play, and apparently that's how Ethereal Abyss play. They're all about these comfort picks, and like I respect it. I mean, look, yeah, they've lost the map, so even you might as well try some funky things here.
Oh no! Oh.
Tetsu,
Lovely barrage there, does get eaten, but the majority of it by Shingen, who, as we have discussed earlier, has not eaten today. Sidar has taken out Weevil earlier, and Tetsu managing to find a direct onto Frangipan. Nano coming out onto the Pharah, goes very, very deep, trying to demech Shingen. Manages to occur. The bomb, though, doesn't find anything, does force the bubble out from the Winston, and they've got a little bit of a brawl comp going on now. Let's see how this goes. The Moira doing very, very well to keep the Reinhardt alive. The Valk coming through. Let's see what that extra damage can do. But no, it's Megachad who gets taken out first. Frangipan finding a kill onto Kev. And I can't get a good angle here. I'm just flying around aimlessly. Megachad just stalling a little bit. Maybe was trapped. I could not tell. But it looks like Ethereal Abyss are going to be able to hold spawn here. And it seems like betas are swapping over to a little concoction of their own.
Yeah, I think this point is a lot stronger for Brawl than the previous ones. This is like the Brawl point of the map, right? This is where you can very easily run Ryan and that, and this is Rowan looking at a bit of third-person peek with his tire that I really hope gets at least 2 picks. Intetsu is going to be the one responding to it in the on the side of betas, and we'll see here as
Doing a bit of
Arnie
emoting.
comes in
Artsy
immediately
very
gets scared of
early.
the Weevil.
Very early taking out the Weevil, though. Tyre coming through, gets immediately taken out by Mega Chad. What a read with the Fire Strike. Rowan's just rolling around the backline now. Frangipan does manage to take out the Immortality Field, and the beat comes out, but it's not enough to save Rowan, who just was out of line of sight for the brief moment that beat went off. The barrage does manage to take out the High Noon. From Sidon manages to take out the High Noon. Kev taking out the Weevil once again. The shatter onto the Diva. Nobody seems to notice, but the Diva does get taken out eventually. And Rowan just tries to get that follow-up touch, but it is not enough. And Betas coming back, fighting, taking map number 4.
Taking map number 4 indeed. And it was looking really good for Ethereal, right? It was looking really good for them, and then I mean it just seemed to just all come together for betas. They had the ults, they had they had the betas skill, which I mean we've seen isn't lacking from Ethereal. Right? It's very much there for Ethereal Abyss, and as we can see here, both the teams. I mean the scoreline right now is very much in favor of Ethereal Abyss, but. I wouldn't go so far as to say
that's the second map that betas have taken, actually. I think it's a 2-all.
I messed up. Thank you.
That's all right. That's totally all right.
And thank you for correcting me there. I appreciate it. Yeah, so
it's
that's
all right. If there's
now.
one thing I do well, it's correcting people. Mostly to my detriment.
Yeah, everyone's got to have their personality traits, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ethereal Abyss starting off the scrim really strong, and it looks like betas have managed to find their groove now, maybe getting a bit of a read on how Ethereal Abyss likes to play. I did really like that look from Ethereal Abyss there, right? I mean, although I'm not the biggest fan of Arab Dive because I don't think it's an actual comp, but you know, that's you know,
I mean, I think it's a comp only because I like playing it.
Fair enough, I guess, you know.
People call it Arab Dive, but the only place I really remember Arab Dive from is when Mindfreak were playing with Frogger in Australian Contenders, and that's the sort of thing they'd really pull out on the Lijiang Gardens. It was just a very strong pick from them.
I mean, when you've got Frogger on the Lucio, right? You basically got 3 DPS, and then the Mercy as the primary healer. This person looks like they're really enjoying the. See, this is what Shingen could look like right now, really. They could, but they keep being denied food,
Absolutely,
so that they keep getting the eats.
There's like a giant glass dome in the way that seems to stop Shingen from getting their food. It's a very unfortunate circumstance.
Yeah, for sure, and maybe that's the reason that they just keep eating all the damage, all the ults and that. And those barrages coming through from Intetsu, Shingen wasn't able to eat all of it, but I mean, I think it's quite an ask to eat an entire barrage. You kind of hope that, you know, by the time you've eaten about, you know, a quarter or half of it, that your team manages to take the Pharah out. Otherwise, you know, you're doing your best. It's okay. We will see Rowan back on this Junkrat pick that they love so much, going for a mine out of spawn, so maybe going to try and take control of that high ground. This is going to be very interesting. Kev is on the hog, and I like that. I did not notice that
I
until
mean,
now.
betas are playing a little bit of hog and ball. One might call it torture, but that's only for the other 4 people on the team. Trying to play around the fact that they don't really have any peel. But I mean, the Ana and the Tracer and the Mercy and the Pharah are relatively self-sustaining. Hopefully, Kev will be able to save the hook to peel for the Ana. Again, hopefully. It looks like Ethereal Abyss want to be teleporting to point. Looks like they're going to be teleporting to point. Maybe with a Bastion, who knows? The Bastion teleporting to point, not very good against the Pharah. But again, yeah, true. I mean, all they have to do really is just hold the point for long enough that the, you know, they have to sustain for long enough that they have to touch the point. And when they touch the point, they get beamed by a Bastion, which isn't ideal.
If you have a fully charged Sim and a Bastion, I think any shield you have, which they have none, by the way,
Nope.
will last about 2 seconds. So, I mean, I think actually right now betas have pretty much the counter comp for this, right? Because there's no one to beam down, and they can put so much splash damage in onto anyone who decides to to teleport in, right? I think it's just gonna be carnage. Bastion's gonna try and set up. If they don't get hooked, right, they still get battered by the Pharah, battered by the ball and Artie and the Tracer. Who, I mean, we've seen Artie's tracking. It's not pretty. Yeah, well, I mean, it's very pretty. It depends on who you ask.
Yeah, it's not pretty being on the other end of it. I really hope that Sidar can find an anti right onto the teleporter, but it does look like Ethereal Abyss are going for this Symmetra Bastion strat. They have been scouted though, so I think an apt rotation might be coming out from Betas. They teleport onto the high ground, a very interesting choice, but the hook comes out onto Rowan, then the Immortality Field gets caught on the ledge. A very, very early pick, and Intetsu manages to find Akani. Very, very nice play from Betas here. And now all the spam has to do is just spam out the points. And Intetsu isolates Shingen and manages to kill him. The hook, once again, onto the pinning Reinhardt. And, I mean, you're a fully charged Symmetra, but there's not really much you can do when your whole team is dead. Very, very nice play there from Betas.
I respect that Intetsu.
And a BM barrage onto Rowan just coming back from spawn. A little kiss in the match chat there.
I think that's going to force Rowan to switch onto the
May? Yeah, May.
Okay, I didn't
No,
know.
Sombra. Here we go. They're going for a little bit of a dive comp now with Frangipan on the Sombra. I think the plan here is to try and hack the Pharah, force them to ground, and follow up and dive on them. But we shall see. Another hack alternatively is the Roadhog. But let's see what they do first. Oh, Frangipan with the Mercy Pocket in the Discord Orb manages to take out Mega Chad very, very early. RT has to run away from all of this spam damage. Is discorded at the moment. And there we go. The hack comes out onto the Pharah. Let's see what Ethereal Abyss can do with this. Yep, the Discord Orb out. Discord Orb trumps Mercy Pocket, apparently. The Nano once again coming out onto Jezthrall. Manages to get the Resurrect off. But it's not before Ethereal Abyss can take out both Sidar and Kev. RT does manage to take out the Weevil, and Shingen does fly off the map a little bit there. But it actually looks like Betas are going to be holding onto this point for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I mean, these mines just, it takes control so much of the point, and when you don't have, like, a tank or anything to like, tank the damage, right? There's an attack onto Tracer, which should spell their demise, but yeah, there you go, cleaned up.
Absolutely, yeah, Jezthrall also dying to the cannons of the ball. Looks like Ethereal Abyss are going to be just taking this last bit. The hook comes out onto Rowan, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And it looks like a nice point cap for Ethereal Abyss there. I really think the spawn advantage helped them out on that one. And Kev just jumping off the map. He has nothing to live for. The point is lost.
Yeah. I like this angle from Intetsu pinning back. Oh, that was going to be a death for Akane. I think Intetsu's probably going to push this. That's I didn't think you could go over there. Well, you can. You can go over there.
Quite possibly, yeah. Does manage to leave Jezthrall behind, and if they're not careful, yep, no, they don't fly into the void. But it does kind of ruin the flank that they had planned. The Sombra immediately contesting point, but does get hacked out by Kev. The Tactical Visor coming through, immediately taking out Artie with the support from Shingen and the Valkyrie. The res coming through, not enough damage to take out the Mercy, but Jezthrall does manage to res Intetsu immediately afterwards. And there's just a sort of a fight on the bank.
Ooh,
the Barrage not finding anyone.
Tickled the toesies and killed them.
Oh no! What a disaster for Betas. The Transcendence now just helping to seal the deal, I think. The Ana just has to touch, but can't, and that's a very, very swift point 2 take from Ethereal Abyss.
Yeah, I think that's kind of on the back there of Jezthrall not being able to connect up with Intetsu. Like, Intetsu was really hoping to go for that nice flank there that I was talking about, but Jezthrall not being able to connect up with them, that meant that they had to take a lot longer to do it. And it meant that, how was Rowan already there? Like, I know they can teleport to about here, but I don't know how he got there so quickly.
Teleport, double mines, you know the drill. Very interesting spot for the trap, just kind of chucked there with the mine. Not very close to it, but we'll see if it does lethal damage.
We'll see. I mean, yeah, in the trap, I've learned the hard way through my years of comp. There's 80 damage, which is obscene, right? And
yep.
the mine
used to do 100, I think.
Used to do 100 damage. That's.
I think it used to do 100, and then the mine would do 100 on top of it. And I think they changed the mine to do 120,
Yeah.
and the trap to do 80, so it's still enough to kill a 200 HP target. It seems like betas have spotted this trap, though.
I mean, it would be
it's not
hard for them
exactly
not
difficult
to.
to spot. Yeah.
To be honest.
Betas, though, on their classic screwdriver comp with the swap, with the change of like a Genji, perhaps. All right, let's see how this goes. Genji and Brawl, what could go wrong?
What could go wrong exactly?
What could go wrong?
Who?
It looks
could
like they're
think
gonna
something
be-
could go wrong?
Looks like they want to do the TP strat the same as Ethereal Abyss, but what they know is that they have a Junkrat, and a Junkrat spamming into a TP does a lot of damage.
It does indeed. Let's see a nice early start. here.
Weevil,
The Weevil.
you getting out there all right, mate? All right, you get out there all right. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Rowan, you getting out there all right? All right, Rowan's getting out there all right. Very, very nice. I'm saying all right a lot. The teleport does manage to come through, but it only manages to get the Lucio and the Symmetra across. I imagine RT is not long for this world, but Kev does manage to take out Gold-Blooded. Frangipan, though, takes out Kev, and Weevil takes out RT. The D-Mech does come out onto Shingen, though, which is very, very nice for them. Frangipan, though, putting in the work on the Soldier 76, managing to take out both the Genji and the Lucio. And the Baptiste! I need to finish my... Let me finish my sentence. And Mega Chad, once again, not long for this world, decides to charge off the map instead of let his enemies kill him.
Yeah, Frangipan with a really nice positioning there on the high ground. I'm not sure if they'll take it back again. I don't think they have the time, unfortunately. But that was fantastic play there from the soldier. And despite only having 59% ult charge, I feel like it kind of hard carried their team there. We will see the Weevil come into this fight with the mines, which should be good to split everyone up. And they have changed off the Symmetra, so no more like fast engage there. And I think that could actually be quite dangerous to them. Although this is quite a nice little bit of an
They're onto the Sigma now. Do they notice that the Sigma is isolated, and can they crunch onto him in time? Apparently not. Intetsu manages to take out Frangipan early, which is very key. The rock onto the res, very nicely done there, Kev. Sidar managing to take out the Revel. The Trance does try and save them, but it's not enough, unfortunately. And Intetsu just walking into their backline, seeing what they can do. Gold-Blooded is just caught out of position there. Not much they can do about that. The tire comes through. Does it manage to find anyone? Let's see. It finds Intetsu. Very nicely done. Still at a man advantage. Kev managing to take out Akane. The beat coming on through from Jezthril. Rowan managing to take out Mega Chad for holding at the choke. The tactical visor, no beat, maybe no shield, maybe no immortality field. He has pretty much free range here. Let's see what he can do with it. Nothing, apparently.
I think that was fantastic play there from Kev. You know, he denied that there. Intetsu is so low.
Odd blade.
Oh.
Very nice blade. RT, once again, putting in the carry performance on the Cassidy, taking out the Junkrat and the Mercy and somebody else who I didn't have a chance to see. But the instant respawns do come through, and Mega Chad is just striding onto point. Not a care in the world. The Diva Bomb flies up, doesn't manage to find anyone unfortunately, but does force the lamp, which Frangipan manages to take out with due haste. Intetsu does manage to take out Rowan early, the Shadow doesn't find anyone in particular, the Flux manages to get the wreck of Shingen, and the D-Mech comes through. Rowan just getting killed immediately after the res, and Sidar managing to take out Gold-Blooded. It looks like Betas are going to finish this with an even a healthier time bank than Ethereal Abyss.
That was some great work there from Betas, but I think also a little bit of a misplay there from Ethereal. The Weevil getting a little bit too excited to use their mines, and instead of using it to like on the team, decided to use it to split off the Sigma, which is a great idea, but you know only if you take advantage of it. It only counts. It's only going to work if you guys actually kill him, and unfortunately they weren't able to collapse onto Kev there. I think instead focusing on the Rhine shield that was in front of them, as is probably the plan, sorry, from Beta's side, shall I say, and it just looks like they weren't able to clean up there. And because they had like split attention, you know, some people calling Sigma, some people calling Rhine walking onto your Ana, Genji looking at who knows what, while all the time RT fires from the backline, it just meant that Betas, with you know their classic kind of Beta style comp of distract the enemy and divide and conquer, it worked out for them. And unfortunately Ethereal weren't able to respond to it.
Yes, indeed. Looks like we're going on to a King's Row now. It wouldn't be a scrim if King's Row wasn't played. I'm a little disappointed at the unoriginality, but you know what? I will live. It looks like Betas and Ethereal Abyss get to play their classic combinations. In Tetsu on their signature Doomfist and Rowan on their signature Junkrat. Really will be a battle of the flex DPSs.
Yeah, the flex DPSs on their comfort picks. As you said, we'll see Rowan up here on the high ground. I imagine probably gonna do a bit of a double mines take. I'd love to see what happens if Rowan decides to go on a flank and runs into Intetsu. What happens, right? Like who's kind of outplaying who at that point? That would be a really interesting kind of showdown.
Absolutely. Just forget the rest of the team. Intetsu and Rowan, that's who we're here for.
Yeah, exactly.
Who says casters don't focus too much on DPS? Sorry.
No, we wouldn't dream of it. I am liking this though, that neither team is running a standard role, right? We've got the Ryan Zarya on the side of Betas with the Hanzo Doomfist, and the Sigma Ryan on the side of Ethereal with the Junkrat Hanzo. Okay? We'll see
very nice.
Here for a little flank and not getting anything.
No, it doesn't manage to find anyone. They've rotated just away just in time. Let's see what Intetsu can do here. Maybe an uppercut with a punch. The amp speed across Rowan is lagging behind just a little bit, but it's enough for Ethereal Abyss to take position on the high grounds. RT Hanzo diff. This guy's cracked on Hanzo. It's just a fact at this point. Intetsu maybe going to try and focus on Shingen here. Here comes the punch. RT manages to take out the Weevil. The uppercut goes onto the Baptiste. And, well, I mean, Betas have done very well to defend this. Rowan does manage to take out Intetsu. I mean, you went to a small room with a Junkrat in it. That's your own fault, mate.
And looks like they aren't really too keen to push him either. Kev's going to take the duel because they have the bubble. But yeah, there you go. Cider manages to get the surround, and that's a good kill. And because of that late thing, Intetsu is going to be back. Yeah, they come back. And it looks like they're just going to be playing now for... I'm not sure if they're going to take that same rotation, but it does look like they're posturing for it. Just waiting for Rowan to come back there. I think leaving Rowan behind, quote-unquote, is part of the plan. As, you know, the Junkrat wants to be on a little bit of an off-angle by the looks of how Ethereal plays. Right?
Frangipane taking out RT.
This time.
Here we go. The Sonic Arrow does come out there, and that must have helped a lot. The amp speed coming across the rotation, very, very clean from Ethereal Abyss. They're setting themselves up on this high ground, and now they're going all the way around. Very, very interesting. Weevil dropping onto point. A very, very nice window fire strike. Taking out Sidon, the Tire taking out Intetsu. Megachad manages to get the pin onto Weevil, and RT Dragon strikes Tsukane, but not before Frangipane can get the Storm Arrows onto Kev, and Shingen gets the Rock onto Megachad. Looks like the fight's going in favor of Ethereal Abyss, and it's only RT left alive, who, if you remember, is only just respawned.
Yeah, RT's Dragon Strike there did quite a bit of work, right, to split them up. Sorry, not to split them up, to put in damage. But unfortunately it wasn't enough, as that window fire strike combined with the fact that they actually only had 5 players at the start of that. I think that, yeah, they used the Tire as well, so I mean, there was just way too many picks that came through there.
The Grav and the window coming out from Betas only manages to find the lamp. Frangipane takes out Jethro and Cider! Both supports from the backline. And I mean, Intetsu must have gotten forced out, otherwise, you know, he wouldn't have used that Meteor Strike. And it looks like Betas are just going to have to kite away very, very quickly.
I'm looking at RT here, who, okay, has decided to back off their flank position. They're a little bit scared of Ethereal here by the looks of things. I would be too.
Shingen going for yet another pick. Gets bubbled out, though. Sorry to interrupt you there.
It's okay. Ketsu's playing with fire, and yeah,
gets punished for it by Akane. The Sigma fluxing Megachad. Forces the beat there, but they still are a man down. The lamp comes out, doesn't really have anyone in it. The Megachad just runs at them. No support there from the side of Betas. And the Tire comes out, does manage to get taken out by RT with a very well-placed arrow. Looks like Betas are holding this just a little bit, just quite long, but they don't have the main tank to defend them. It's only Kev holding the front line. The Dragon Strike comes through. Let's see what it can get. Only serves to split them up, though. Intetsu's on the Genji. I don't know when that happens. The window comes out from Ethereal Abyss. Let's see what they can do with this. A Junkrat with a window is a massive, and that's a, speaking of massive, that's a massive shatter from Mega Chad. Living up to his name, absolutely. 3 picks, 4 picks coming out from the side of Betas. A very, very nice fight turn from Mega Chad there.
And that's pretty much all the Mega Chad there, though I will say that the pick from Intetsu onto this Genji, while it might not do a lot in terms of like outright damage, because you can see it only on 54% ult charge, right? It does mean that the flanks that Rowan and Frangipani want to take are a lot harder for them to get in position, right? With the threat of Intetsu being, you know, like barrel stuffing them there with shurikens. Very quick rotation here, and Mega Chad is a little bit caught by themselves. Might end up paying for it as they
Dragon Strike does serve as a cover for them to push through. The lamp does get forced, gets taken out immediately, and Frangipan with the Sonic Arrow manages to take out Mega Chad. A wonderful grab there, forces out the lamp, but also the shatter coming out from the Weevil, shattering Jesterol, but doesn't manage to take them out. But Kev also goes down. Artie does manage to take out the mech of Shingen, but I mean, they're just without their Zarya and their Rhine, and they're just going to get a little bit run over there.
Artie's in the back line. Like, Artie's on it. Frangipani thinks not. Frangipani thinks that angle is closed, and that's where you're going to go back to spawn. So, yeah, there's a very interesting dynamic that's going to happen now, because there's the blade that probably should come out.
Yet another sneaky tire. Let's see what happens with this. Manages to take out Kev. But Jesterol finds Rowan in his sneaky little spot, forces the beat out from Gold-Blooded, beats out from both sides. A little bit of a questionable window there. Sidar is managing to make it work though. The Dragon Strike coming through does split them up, but Mega Chad manages to find the Weevil, and they can just run at their backline now. There's no main tank in the way.
Mega Chad
very, very nice fight.
A lot of their shatter there as well, meaning that they will be on par, sorry, not par, ahead of the Weevil coming into this. That W key did a lot of work there, despite, you know, not really being able to swing anything. And the Intetsu saved the blade, right? Which means that there's the Shatter Blade, which I mean, obviously not the most known combo.
Oh,
there
never mind the
Shatter Blade.
Manages to get that taken out. But a big shatter from Mega Chad. Does force the lamp, doesn't manage to get anything from it. Lamps out from both sides. Frangipan on a very, very nice high ground. Let's see what they can do with it. Gold-Blooded does manage to take out Mega Chad though, completely missed it. The Weevil fire striking Jesterol. This is a very, very good fight for Ethereal Abyss. They can just walk at their spawn. The blade comes out from Intetsu, finds Frangipan, but not before Rowan finds Artie and Shingen finds Kev. And then the Weevil just takes out Intetsu right at the end there. Very, very unfortunate. They try to contest the point. Jesterol, the last bastion of defense, might get taken out by the Riptire, but the Riptire is just kind of waiting.
And had Artie come back there, I think they were definitely, just for good measure, Shingen eats Kev's grab after the round has ended there, and that was a very intense fight, and that was some rap god casting you did there. A fantastic bit of work there from Ethereal. Right, they put in. They put in Rowan on the Junkrat, just spamming in there. Killed Intetsu super early, which forced out the blade a little bit later on. And it meant that it did get a pick, but because, I mean, they were kind of already 2 down with Mega Chad going down not too long afterwards, it did mean that that there was kind of like a 1v6 situation. The fact that Intetsu managed to get any kills there is very, very impressive. And I will say, really impressed by Rowan's Junkrat so far, and really taking this this arbitrary brawl to betas, and yeah, seeming to get the better of them this time. We will see betas on attack though, and I'm very accustomed to seeing betas on attack running Monkey Ride. This Screwdriver, Goomba Stomp comp, whatever you really want to call it, is that's what they run. And I'd see they're not going to run it just yet. Kev's going to come out on the Zarya, possibly to a little bit scared of Rowan's Junkrat, too scared to Rowan's Junkrat to play that monkey. But yeah, we'll see about if the respect that they give them, if it pays off.
Absolutely, yeah. A little bit of an even fight we've got going on here, only just beginning. The rotation through Hotel does come out quite soon. Oh, but it's a bait! They live up to their name, Betas! The lamp gets forced, Weevil takes out Mega Chad, and I think that's just the end of the push for Betas. Once you lose your main tank, there's not much you can do! But Intetsu still manages to find Gold-Blooded's Lucio. And that's going to be a very, very nice pick. Considering that Mega Chad is going to get back faster than the Lucio. In spite of the fact that it is a Lucio. Intetsu does go in, maybe tries to find the Hanzo? Does find the Hanzo, but not before the Hanzo finds him. The windows come out from both sides, but I mean, betas are just so far past the window that it's just a negligible difference. The lamp does come out for the side of betas, but I mean, that's just sort of posterity at this point.
Yeah, I think everyone there turned around for Intetsu. I mean, you've got to turn around for a dude, but that's a little bit of an early engage there from the Weevil, and I think they might pay for it, kind of giving up this first corner.
Intetsu going for a pick onto Rowan, he finds it! Very, very nice, and once again, the lamp gets forced early. Let's see what betas can do with this. Intetsu finding Frangipan once more. Very nice Doomfist play coming out from Intetsu. Really, you know, putting Ethereal Abyss on the back heel. And they just leave Akane behind. The Shatter comes through, and the pin from the Weevil. They're just rolling. They're just walking forward, and there's nothing that can stop them.
The one benefit that Ethereal can take is because there's only one person on card, it is moving quite slowly, right? Which means they quote-unquote should have another contest, but Intetsu
You can't be doing this to people.
Intetsu doesn't care. Are they going to go for the aggressive?
He's going to go for the aggressive slam, forces out the lamp early, but does cost him his life. And I mean, Jestral's just doing keepy ups on the cart. Very nice job there. The dragons do come out early, manages to split the Zarya from the Rhine. The Shatter doesn't find anything, but the lamp, yeah, the windows come out from both sides, do find even picks at the moment. But, I mean, there's just not enough people on the side of betas to really mount an attack. Sidar probably gets taken out here by the D.Va, or at least forced away. Intetsu going all the way in, doesn't really find anyone, but the Tyre finds Artie.
Tyre finding Artie there is just the cherry on the cake. I think that fight was already won, and that might have been a little bit ill-advised from Rowan, but you know, we'll give it to them. They generate them so quickly, so yeah, it's okay. This is very aggro though, with knowing that there's 4 members there on the side of betas. Maybe they didn't know, maybe that's the key thing.
Oh, here comes the bomb, let's see what it finds. Nothing. Doesn't even bait the lamp. Not really what you want from a D.Va bomb there. Oh, that was a little bit of server lag there. That was just a little bit scary. Gold-blooded does manage to take out Intetsu with the boop. Beats for it while the lamp is up. Not necessarily optimal, but you know, it's fine. Forces out the lamp from the other team, and Ethereal Abyss are just walking forward. Manages to take out the Weevil. The Shatter does come out onto 4, but there's nobody there to follow it up, and Kev's just trying to get a C9 at this point. That's all he can really do. Maybe manages to find the pick onto no, Shingen just gets Kev first.
Yeah, I think Kev was just dreaming there. I don't think Kev really could have escaped regardless, so yeah, you might as well go for a bit of ult charge, go for maybe a pick, that would be quite nice. Yeah, Shingen's bomb there at the start of that fight, not really find the value I think they were looking for. And we are going to look here and see if Frangipani can find some good value with this Hanzo strike. I think they know exactly where they are, and they're probably going to use it to force the split here on...
There's the split coming through. Doesn't manage to find anyone, but it does force out the lamp, and another Shatter coming out. Intetsu finds Frangipan very, very early, and Weevil, even though landing a big Shatter, does manage to get taken out by everybody once they get up. Kev finding the Weevil, Intetsu finding Gold-blooded very, very early. The follow-up shots from Intetsu getting eaten, but not enough to get, but just enough to get Rowan, and Intetsu just popping off, just sort of standing there in a trap. And, I mean, if Intetsu were allowed to get that BAP, he probably would have done. Very, very nice play. It forces the Cassidy swap, actually.
Yeah, I mean, you have to respect Intetsu's Doomfist. They've got the tech, they've got the aim, and I mean, they're just pummeling through Ethereal at this with this pick. I think they're watching here for a bomb, which hopefully
here comes the bomb. What's it gonna find? Finds the lamp very, very early. They do push in off of this. Intetsu peeling back, getting forced back.
Rowan looking for another Tyre.
Does he get a punch? Big Tyre incoming. Doesn't find anyone. Big Shatter from Mega Chad. Is there follow-up? Yes, there is. Artie finds Rowan and the Weevil. Very, very nice play. I mean, betas can just push through here. All Ethereal Abyss can do is just kite away and hope to escape with their lives. Frangipan does get taken out by a combination of Mega Chad and Kev's beam, and Kev manages to take out the BAP as well. And I mean, Intetsu just, with complete disregard for his own life, I mean, the Grab Dragon comes out. That's more than I can keep up with my words.
I think that fight was well and truly won before that Grab Dragon. That Grab Dragon was as I said earlier, the icing on the cake was Rowan's tire. So maybe Rowan lives to regret that tire that they threw out so freely. It does look like GG's in the chat, and that'll be all for the scrim. But I would say, what a scrim! Beta's managing to come off from the start there, 2-0 down, and it's not really a reverse sweep, but I mean
it is a reverse sweep.
What am I saying? It
Very much is a reverse sweep.
And then some. So all I need is ask. Oopsies. Yeah, that's Artie's keen to have an interview. Artie will jump into the Discord right now, and yeah, that was a lot of fun to watch. I really enjoyed that. Beta's doing an insane amount of mechanical plays. We saw their King's Row, right, putting Artie in Tetsu, excuse me, onto that Doomfist, Artie and the Hanzo. That was just kind of straight up their win condition. That was what they did. The Intetsu just got so much value, and Frangipani did eventually switch over onto that Cassidy, but I think it was a little bit too late, right? The Betas had all the momentum they needed. All they had to do was walk forward there. They had Mega Chad with the Shatter. They had a high charge Kev. There was just no stopping them at the end there, and they managed to clean that up so nicely. Ethereal Abyss looked very good a large portion of that scrim, and I do want to give them full credit there. So yeah, really well done to both teams. Beta's taking it 4-2, but I would say, I guess I want to say this could have gone either way.
Yeah, most definitely. Very nice play from Betas, really adapting to Ethereal's sort of play style. Yeah, just a very nice job all around. It looks like we have Kev waiting for the interview.
Yeah.
Let's see what Kev has to say.
Yeah, let's bring him in here. Kev, welcome. How was that scrim for you, man?
Hello. Oh, it's good. I love. Yeah.
They had you at the start there on the back foot quite a bit, but you guys seem to pick up towards the end of it there, taking it 4-2, kind of getting the reverse sweep. So what changed after round 2?
Well, to be honest, I think the big one is Rowan's junk kind of. It's pretty strong, really annoying. So I think we kind of made a few switch ups every time we kind of played this again. And all these cobs, so it's kind of nice to switch it up, and you don't get to play Zari as much, or even Sig as much anymore. So I don't know, even get to play a bit of Hog now and again.
Yeah, for sure. So I just realized we missed half that interview there because I accidentally clicked the wrong button. Instead of clicking intermission, I clicked be right back.
Oh,
so we missed
no.
it there, but it's okay. Basically, just a quick summary there. I asked Kev, who's joined us here, what the key thing was turning point after going 2-0 down to Ethereal Abyss, and he said that they kind of learned to deal with Rowan's Junkrat, which was a big issue for them. So that's kind of what we missed out on. Sorry about that again. Scuffed producer. I'm trying it. Funky, you got any questions for Kev over here?
Oh, let's see. Kev.
Yep.
Assuming you were to order an ideal pizza, what would be on it?
Oh god, depends what I'm in the mood in. So I like a meat feast. A meat feast is very nice. or I would get just a plain cheese, and then I'd get pepperoni, I'd get sausage, pineapple, and bacon on it. Yeah.
Well, pineapple's controversial.
Pineapple is, oh,
I love
pineapple is the
pizza.
goat.
I'm
Yeah,
with you, don't worry.
yeah. Thank
I'm
you.
with you, don't worry.
I'm not really a pineapple enjoyer anyway, and I mean, I can imagine it working, but, you know, I won't disparage you for enjoying it. I'm just having my personal preference, not a fan.
It's just your personal preference is wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens, you know, every now and then.
Okay, then.
Every now and then you,
Alright.
you know, you get things wrong. It's okay. Like some people, they're just born different. It's how it be, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can't judge people for liking pineapple because I like olives on my pizza, so...
Yeah,
Oh,
I can't do olives in general. Like olives are one of the worst things for me, and I
They're
don't know
disgusting.
what it is. It's I think my girlfriend described it to me that they taste like the solid like fart. That's her description of it. Tastes like fart.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Tommy B _OW wanted to ask, why is Kev the best off tank in Europe?
I don't know. I guess it's just I'm just born with the off tank gene. I guess.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the
Just
adaptations
feels
he made
different.
against the Junkrat were very, very good. Especially playing the Sigma there. I would have personally opted for the Diva instead, but you know what? I think the Sigma was definitely the right choice in the end.
Yeah, I kind of said like Diva's quite good, but when you're marking, say a junk ran, like the off angle is the key. Like, so if I'm like my attention's being taken by a junk, with Matrix and stuff, well then our Ryan kind of gets rushed on with their Ryan Diva comp. So we find Sigma's quite good to block off with shield, but you can still play aggro with your team, a lot easier I find.
Yeah, you get a lot of flexibility out of the boosters.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, for sure. And like you're saying there, the Junkrat, it's hard to choose how to deal with the Junkrat because you've either got to go kind of aggro on them like on it, or just choose to kind of block the damage, but you block the damage for like a certain period of time, and then like you said, your shield's gone, your matrix is gone. Like, what?
Yeah.
What are you really gonna do there?
That's it, like it kind of takes up Diva's whole attention, where Sig you can kind of block off angles with shield, and you have your eat still, and you can kind of really spam out with junk as well off angle.
I just want to see, your ult is Kev 2, right? That is you. I'm
Oh,
assuming.
okay.
F2 was murdered.
Yeah, see, Kev 2 is now dead.
Oh, I see.
Well,
Yeah.
no, possibly. So with Overwatch 2 coming out, we don't really want to tank one account, so it's just like, right. Well, what's the point in having Kev 2? So I have Kev 1, Kev 2.
Okay, I see. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
so now it's just Kev.
It's just Kev. Okay, that makes sense. And
Let's
obviously
go.
your name being Brian is a little bit of a...
There can only be one.
Oh.
There can only be one.
RT UK would like to know, why did RT do so bad this time around?
See, Artie's an interesting one, because we did a lot of trials when we picked up Artie, and he was kind of the best of a bad bunch. So...
Shining praise coming out there from Kev.
I know, I love Artie. Artie plays good all the time.
No,
Yeah, especially on that Hanzo, got a lot of early picks, especially on that King's Row game. Pretty much all of the games when he was on the Hanzo. I mean, he just really opened up fights for you a lot of the time.
Yeah, we used to never run the Hanzo, and then we just said, you know what, let's run the Hanzo with Zarya doing. And man just popped off. Literally, first frame, he just killed everybody, and we're like, yeah, no, I think we're keeping this.
Mm.
So,
tell you what, Kev, I'm gonna put you on the spot here. I see we've had a joke redeemed in Discord, in chat. Would you
I
like
thought
to...
I got away with it.
You thought you got away with it? No, sir, I'm watching.
No,
No, sir, I'm watching.
absolutely not.
Tell us a joke. So I'll even give you 3 seconds to Google it if you really want to.
I have a backup joke if you really don't want to.
Okay, well, I won't tell. I can tell. The joke I will tell is actually something that happened in the scrim.
Okay.
Is my graviton surges were abysmal. We'll say that that's the joke. I whiffed a grav and no one was in it, and then I just tossed another one into Donnie's mech.
Yeah, Shingen was hungry this scrim. Shingen, I think, ate. Well, I think at the end of Dorado, they ate 3 of your, not your ults, your team's ults, 1 of your grabs and 2 of was it Artie's pulse bombs?
Yeah, Artie was on the tracer.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Donny done really well. Especially Donny's like known as like a main tank for like he's playing for like years and like a really good ball. But then he switched over like last few months and he's been popping like the switch over from main tank to off tank's a tough ask, and he's like scrimming like 3-8, like that's unreal.
That's insane.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. So like big shout out to Donny. Like
Maybe we'll make this we'll make this our second last question instead of the last question a little bit fun. Tommy B would like to know what went wrong on Dorado third.
Oh, that was the graph. That was the graph.
Yeah.
To be fair, that Grav Dragon on that last point, that definitely sealed the deal. I wouldn't call that wrong at all. I'll call that very much right.
Oh yeah, no, that dragon, but there was on our defense third point. Yeah, no, it was questionable.
It's okay. Yeah, well, thanks for joining us, Kev. Really appreciate you coming through here, man. Any final comments you'd like to make? You know, either to Ethereal, to your teammates, to yourself. I don't know, man. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No, I had a lot of fun. I'd like to scrim them more often. I think games are close. It's not every day you get to play against a junk grappler. They're rare. They're rare and few. And I had a good time. It's always good when you're being streamed as well because you get to look back and you get to judge the casters.
Yeah, you're gonna judge me quite hard. I'm not gonna lie. This was pretty tough for me, but it's okay. You know, we live and we live.
No.
And
Arena 51's casters are unreal. They're popping. Like, it's really entertaining. So yeah, good stuff.
Much appreciated, man. And yeah, thanks again for joining us. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I think enjoy the rest of your night, and hopefully we get to see you guys versus Ethereal again. I think that was quite an even one. So yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah, definitely. Right, see you guys.
Cheers. Yeah. So anything from your side, Funky?
No, I don't think so. Only that the poll to ban Marin has just resulted in yes. So I assume that maybe. I honestly don't know, but I mean, I love democracy, so you may as well.
I'm gonna do this.
Tommy B would like a personalized shout out. Shout out to TommyB_Overwatch. You played very well in Scrim today. If I'm right in thinking you were in Tetsu and you popped off on the Doomfist. So very nice job.
Yeah, good work there, guys. Yeah, thanks to everyone who joined us tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed the scrim. I'm gonna apologize one last time for my NA production. You know, it's all good. I had a lot of fun, and hopefully all is good. All is fun with what happened there. If you aren't already, please join the A51 Discord. I will.
Permanently
07
banned. Not even for like a week or anything. Just permanently gone.
Thank you for joining us.
The will of the people.
Discord now in the chat. Please come join. Arena 51 is live pretty much every single day, streaming scrims or other fun things. So come join us. Thank you for all the follows. Really appreciate it. And yeah, hope you had a good time.
And thank you, Shingen20, for the subscription.
Let's go.
Enjoy the rewatch of the stream and watching us react to your very, very hungry matrixes.
Have a good evening, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye!